Welcome, everybody, to the first step here on GDQ Hotfix. My name is JHobz, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host and friend, Keizaron. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing all right. I'm pretty excited for what we're about to do. I'm making a grimace on my face because I'm excited, but I don't know what to expect.
I know. I mean, you don't play Kingdom Hearts 2 that often, and I definitely don't play Crystal very often. So us, having to play these other we're I'm playing the Kingdom Hearts and he's playing the Pokémons. So for anybody who is a regular viewer of this show, you know that last episode we said we would be doing Hitmon 3 today. Well, you all misheard. It was Hitmonlee, and we had some issues actually with Hitmon 3, Hitman 3. So we decided to do this thing that we've been wanting to try for a long time now, and we just said, let's just do it. Let's make it happen. What exactly are we doing today, Keys, for all of the people who are incredibly confused?
I mean, that includes us. But
Yes.
so what we're doing right now, folks, is JHobz is going to be doing a Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer. And on the flip side, I'm going to be doing a Pokemon Crystal key item randomizer, which is about the closest thing that I can get in Pokemon terms to how a Kingdom Hearts randomizer works. Now, to kind of break down things a little bit without getting into too much detail, because we'll go over that as the race, in quotes, happens. Randomizers do exactly what it sounds like. It'll randomize and or shuffle things in the games to make a completely different experience. So JHobz might not get one of his drive forms the normal way. He might get it like picking up an item from a pot. I might not get the cut HM from where I normally get it. I might get it from like the professor, that kind of stuff. It's going to be all over the place. It's going to be really wild. And it's going to be really, really interesting to do this race because the average length of both of these are about equal. So in terms of length, the races should be pretty close. But since it's randomized, one might blow out the other. we don't know. We would normally, what we would normally do for the first step, right? Before we go more detail with this.
For anybody's new to the channel or to the show, because maybe you follow from SGDQ or whatever. Yeah, what is the first step normally?
So the first step is, well, let me clear my throat real quick. So the first step is normally a show where we try to show you how easy it is to get into speedrunning. Whether we do that with a semi-improv race, which means that JHobz and I have both played the game for around 8 hours prior to the show, taken whatever knowledge we've gathered from the game and try to apply it in a fast fashion in a form of a race, or fully improv, where we didn't play the game at all until the day of. We just want to show everyone that the barrier of entry for speedrunning is infinitely lower than you might expect. You don't have to be doing all these frame-perfect tricks. You don't even necessarily have to study the route right away to pick up the game and play it fast. We're really bad at games. We show you that you can be just as bad and pick it up. Trust me, anyone can do it. We've actually had a couple of runners from the past GDQ who actually started speedrunning because of the show. So, that just shows like the progress you can make just by applying yourself little by little by little. But today, like I said, it's two different games with about equal length. And normally we would be a little more prepared for something like this. We actually wanted to try and test this out months ago, just see what the length and what other adjustments we'd have to make, like whether JHobz has to have harder bosses to equal things out or whether I have to add another setting. But we have absolutely zero knowledge on how this is going to go.
Yeah, so it is still, I think randomizers, which we've done very little with on the first step, are actually a really great way to get into speedrunning. If you like a game a lot and you find out that it has a randomizer, give it a shot just casually. They are loads of fun, and there are so many people who ended up getting into speedrunning because they first played randomizers for a while and wanted to get better at the randomizer, so they learned some speedrun tricks here and there, and then before you know it, they started running the game. And yeah, we haven't really explored that very much. So today we're going to be doing randomizers we're very experienced with, but maybe some other time we'll do it where I'm the one playing Crystal and Keys is the one playing Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. We'll see.
Now, I kind of want to pivot real quick, because you actually brought up a good point about picking up randos as a way to kind of get into speedrunning. There's actually some cases too where something that you wouldn't normally consider in a run, you would do in a randomizer, and it might actually end up being a part of the run. Perfect example I can think of is in Pokemon Crystal, in the Lake of Rage, there's actually a house in the top left corner that gives you the TM, which is normally hidden power. That didn't used to be part of the vanilla Crystal speedrun route, but now because there's a bunch of changes and stuff, that actually got integrated, and there's actually like a couple of optimizations that happened because of stuff that was discovered in Randomizer. You actually get a lot of really good game knowledge just playing Randomizer that you can actually apply to speedrun. So like Hop said, it's actually a really solid way to pick up speedrunning as well.
Yeah, it's really fun, and maybe you don't have people who are all that interested in the same game that you want to run, but they're interested in some other game that happens to be a similar length, or you can make it a similar length. Then you can do something like this, where we are going to race Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer and Pokemon Crystal Rando, Key Item Rando specifically, and we're just going to see who can finish theirs first. Now, to go very briefly, we'll get to the gameplay in just a second here, folks, but to briefly go over kind of what we have to do in each of these games. For Kingdom Hearts 2, what I have on is it's on critical mode, as you can see, and I have to beat the final boss. But in order to do that, there is a locked door in my way at the end of the world that never was. And I have to go get 3 proofs. They're just 3 items, basically, that can be anywhere in any of the worlds. I have to go get those to unlock that door, and I have to fight my way through all of the world that never was in order to get to that door. So that's kind of the main stuff I have to do. And along the way, I'm going to need to pick up and find a lot of really cool tools to help me do that faster, or even help me do that at all, because it's critical mode and I'm not great at the game. So I have to be able to do these things. Keys, what do you have to do, and what exactly is your rando?
Now it's kind of flipped for me. So your item checks essentially are going to be a little less on the stress side because you have less that you need to get, but your item checks for fighting, you have a lot that you need so you can handle these fights. Whereas I'm kind of the opposite. I need to find one good Pokemon. That's it. That's my one fight check, which, like mentioned before, this is a randomizer, so you might see me run into a Magikarp on the first route, or a Mewtwo, or a Stantler, or something like that. But my item checks for the final progression are much larger. I have to make sure I have the radio card and its expansion. I have to make sure I have the Pokegear in general, which that is also in the randomized pool. So I can have a radio card, but not the Pokegear, and just have a piece of technology that's completely useless. I need either cut access or waterfall access. I need all 16 badges, and I need 2 of the 3 items. Squirt Bottle for the Sudowoodo, the Magnet Train Pass, and or the SS Aqua ticket. So my progression item checks are going to be much larger, but my battle check is going to be extremely quick.
Yeah, and meanwhile, I'm going to need to make my character strong enough to be able to handle all the battles, but the actual items I need that are locking me from beating the game are relatively few. But they're still scattered all over the place. There's going to be a lot of hunting for them. There are some hints that can help me try to find things, which I'll get into more as we kind of get in into the game. But that's kind of the basics of it. And for anyone also who has not checked out the show before, Keys and I always put something on the line every episode.
$5,000.
Yeah, sure, okay. And that thing, do you really want that with your track record of opening episodes in the seasons?
No.
But yeah, so we always have something on the line, and what that is 3 compliments. And during our season finale, during Final Fantasy Tactics A2 last episode, I got robbed, and no, you did great. Honestly, you came up with a good strategy, and it turns out it's the speedrun strategy. And I lost to Keys, so I have to pay him 3 compliments. I'm going to say compliment number 1, Keys, you did a good job of being organized and on time with everything during SGDQ with all of your interviews and daily recap appearances and whatnot. So
thanks, boss.
Thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, that's great. I just get to do an employee evaluation here, basically.
I beat you by cheese, so you're just going to cheese my compliments. What a scam.
I think that you have constantly been improving as an interviewer as well, and been working on asking more better questions, more in-depth questions, and really listening. to the people you're talking with, and always having fun in the interviews, which I think is really.
Interviews are a ton of fun. I'm super glad to be on the team.
Yeah, everybody's been doing a really good job of like having fun in the interviews, and I love it. And my third compliment to you, Keizaron, my friend, is something I will definitely not stall for time to think of whatsoever. I'll just tell you what it is right now after I finish this sentence.
Yeah, good
which is you are my compliment to you is that I can't wait for you to be such a great friend that you're going to move all the way across the country just so we can do TFS in person more often. It's going to be
Why
great.
would you put that pressure on me?
And for anyone who doesn't know, our third compliment is usually some kind of snide comment.
I never realized that the
disguised.
3 compliments was probably the hardest part of the show.
Yeah, definitely. All right. With that, we've got some announcements and stuff about GDQ, but we'll talk about those, I think, in a little bit. I think, are we pretty much good to go here?
Yeah, I'm pretty much good to go. Before we do start, though, JHobz is definitely going to be talking a lot more than me in the first, 10 or so minutes of the game, because JHobz is going to have to go through a lot more checks and a lot more travel. I have one immediate check, and that's, is Mom going to give me the radio card, or am I going to cry? That's really about it. So I'm going to be a lot more quiet than JHobz initially, and then we're all going to be confused as we all try to figure out who's talking about what.
Yes, this is going to be hectic, everybody, and if you're ever sitting there while you're watching wondering, I wonder who's in the lead right now. It's a good question. We're wondering the same thing because we won't really know until the end.
Also, one more thing on my end. Anyone who's in chat, if you see someone named Raf, R-A-F, he's someone who does a lot of Crystal Key item randos. So if you have any questions going on, he is here watching this episode, and he will answer them a lot better than I probably will. So trust anything Raf says.
All right, cool. Well, then I guess if we're ready to go with this thing, I'm hovering on yes. I'm ready to go.
I'm also hovering on yes. Hey, there you go.
Hey, that worked out. Okay, let's do a countdown then. 3,
all right,
2, 1, go.
All right.
Whew.
I have instant text. That is the other thing.
Oh yeah. There's always a lot of quality of life things. I also haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2 in a few weeks because we were working on SGDQ, so I'm gonna be really embarrassed about how bad my gameplay is, everybody.
All right, what does Mom give me? The coin case! Mom, I'm broke! Oh, come on! Oh.
Okay, so I'll start talking about some things. So I am in the Garden of Assemblage, and this has replaced our world map, basically. As you can see, the things I get from these chests are completely random. I'm gonna check this. Okay, there's one decent thing in the shop there. And I'm also on critical mode, which means that all of the things you normally start with on critical mode are swapped out for a bunch of different things. So I'm gonna check. I have 3 AP boosts in my stock, which is kind of a bummer because those are not as needed. Ooh, I do have Finishing Plus Keyblade right away though, so that's really nice.
My best Pokemon choice is Porygon 2.
Porygon 2, ooh, that doesn't necessarily sound that great.
We're off to the races, folks. This is...
Whoa, I have Explosion already. That's great. I don't have any magic or anything. That's kind of a bummer, but I have a Finishing Plus Keyblade and Explosion. Both of those things are really nice. The stats on my Keyblade are also randomized, and unfortunately they weren't great, but I'll take it. I have negative combo too, and a dodge roll.
Oh, this Porygon sucks.
I'm actually putting negative combo on right now.
JHobz, this is terrible. What do I do?
Okay. So I can go to the worlds in any order. They each have their own story progress in the world. I'm going to Pride Lands first because you are turned into Lion Sora, so all of your movement is... Ooh, that was close. I totally forgot that I can't use Explosion as Lion Sora, so why did I put on negative combo? But whatever, that's fine.
My Porygon 2 has Confusion and Pursuit. It also has Whirlwind for all the times I want to cry. Yikes. Oh, what am I doing?
All right, but yeah, so I came here first because Lion Sora has its own form of movement, so I don't have like a quick run or a glide yet. Actually, I'm gonna take that. your combo back off right now. I don't have a quick run or a glide yet, and those are going to be my main like methods of movement. So I come here, I do that one fight, which is actually a scary fight because this is a much later world in the progression of the game. But once I beat that one fight, I get access to like 20-something checks, and there's a glide, which is perfect. And a proof. Hey, Keys, I'm 1/3 of the way.
What in the world? My Porygon killed an Executor.
That's pretty great.
Where I'm at right now.
So we're both doing good things.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, so proof of peace, as you just saw on my tracker. So the tracker below my feed, everything on the right side are items I don't have. And when I find them, they get put into the world on the left that I found them from. I am finding so many good things right now. The proof of peace is one of the 3 items I need in order to get to the final bosses. Reflect is an amazing like spell, an amazing piece of magic that I was going to be really sad if I went most of the game without. And I got a quick run, which I need to cheese Roxas, and also just for good movement. So things are looking up Hobbs right now.
I don't know. I got some really important things just now. Instead of getting the mystery egg, I was given the fog badge, which gives me access to using surf and also allows Pokemon up to level 50 to obey me if I trade. And then Professor Oak, instead of giving me a Pokedex, gave me the Plane badge, which gives me access to strength. So surf and strength are like something I can use outside of battle now, which are very important progression things. Yeah. And they were 2 of my first 3 items. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with a coin case.
We both got really good things early on. Wow. I didn't even know that your badges were also randomized outside of like the gyms. That's cool.
Yeah. Key item randos changed a lot since we last did it.
All right, I got Thunder. Ooh, and Finishing Leap. That's a good combo modifier that allows me to take a ground combo and turn it into an air combo. And I got Dodge Slash, which is one of the worst things I could find in the game, but that's fine.
Hey, you have to have something. I got a coin case.
Yeah. I really did need to find something bad. But yeah, I've been getting some good stuff so far. I'm almost done with this world now because I could go further and like fight Scar and whatnot, but there's not really a point because this is the last chest in the game, in the world, and there are only a handful of other checks past this point. And when I refer to something as a check, what I am talking about is just anywhere a randomized thing could be, basically. So chests, certain rewards from bosses and other fights and whatnot, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and in my case, it's anytime you'd possibly receive a badge or an HM or something like a key or a doll or a pass. The squirt bottle for Sito, for example. Coin case counts as one, which sucks for me, but...
All right, so I have a bunch of different options now, and I was trying to think about where I wanted to go, but where I'm gonna start is here in Halloween Town, because similarly, I only have to get through one fight to do most of the things in this world, and that one fight I should be able to do pretty easily via the use of a limit, Jack's limit, called Dance Call. And so I'm actually going to take Jack's items, and I'm going to customize them as well to Sora attack and do the same thing for Donald. And the reason I do that is because it means that I want to take a death in this next fight because the game will still progress. And if I set them to Sora attack, they won't do anything to interrupt the enemies. So that way they should kill me in one hit here.
Now I'm kind of doing, I wouldn't normally do this unless I were trying to play a little bit on the safer side. So I'm actually climbing up Sprout Tower right now. Normally you would get HM05 Flash, which isn't completely necessary in general, but I'm climbing up here for a couple of reasons. One, who knows? It could be another badge or it could be surf. 2, I'm here anyway. I said a couple, but I'm gonna say 3 things. And 3, I couldn't find anything. The best thing I found was a Gyarados, and I didn't even bother catching it because I don't want to die to an electric attack. So I'm still using my Porygon 2. So this allows me to level up a little bit and stick it out for a little while. Ideally, I would like to find something like the squirt bottle right now, just so I can try to go to a higher level area and just swap my mains immediately. Get something that's like level 20 instead of level 8. So we're just gonna climb the tower, grab the item, get a little extra experience, maybe a couple of good money items so I can buy more things. Like a revival herb when I only have 1 Pokemon in my party. That's good.
Yeah.
Hooray.
All right, so here's the dance call limit I was talking about. It pulls in all of the enemies if I do it at the right time. And I can use it to just destroy the enemies. And then it takes all of my remaining MP, though. So I'm going to throw 2 ethers after using it. And wait for that last bit of my MP there to recharge and turn that bar all the way to blue. While that's happening, I'll just grab some other chests real quick and then pop back into a second dance call to take out these otherwise very scary enemies.
Hobbs, everything's horrible. Fire Blast, Dragon Breath, Dragonite. So I didn't mention this to you, Hobbs, but my Porygon 2 has rest, and I literally had to use rest to survive.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it is not.
Oh, that's funny. All right,
This
so
is rough.
Halloween Town has been a bit of a bust for me so far, but I did at least get some levels because the stats I get from levels are nice, but also your important things can be on your levels. I did get some Keyblades that I'm going to check right now.
Oh yeah, and your Keyblades have like randomized stats and stuff, don't they?
Yes, yeah, randomized stats. Got some. I'm going to switch to this other one that has reaction boost right now, but I'll probably switch off it pretty quickly.
Why is there a Fire Punch Ho-Oh? Hobbs, these fights are horrible.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is take what I like to call a shotgun approach, where I do a very small dip across a wide spread of worlds.
I like that term.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And the since I have glide here, glide is really useful for moving downhill because you don't have to like worry about hanging in the air at the end of a quick run. And so because of that, I'm going to check 7 chests here in Olympus Coliseum. Hope that I just get something useful out of these 7 chests and then move on to another world where I can do like 3 chests or 4 chests or whatever. And all the while I'm doing this, I'm trying to get good tools for some fights and for movement and whatnot. And I'm also, anytime there's a party member, I'm going to steal their items, which helps me out as well. Experience Boost was already a really good ability to find. It means that I'll be able to like boost my level much higher later if I decide to do so.
So at one point in time during your explanation, I had learned Fire Blast after being hit by Fire Blast. That's not how it actually works. It's just funny.
Yeah.
Also, my menus are really bad because I'm not used to not having a Pokedex. So that's a critical option in my menu that is not there anymore.
That's funny.
Okay, this Porygon 2 is actually worth sticking with because it learned Fire Blast and now it has Spark. So it's actually got a really solid moveset.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spark, Paralyze is guaranteed, right? Or am I thinking of a different?
No, it's got a higher chance. But
oh, higher chance. Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm fighting a Shuckle that put me to sleep and is headbutting me for 3 damage per. This is... All right, you know what? I'm not trying to go fast at all. No.
All right, so I did find a couple things there. I got a Torn Page, which there are 5 of in the game, and they unlock more of 100 Acre Wood. So I'm actually going to go there pretty soon now. No. And I got my first Ansem report, which in this randomizer actually gives me a hint. You can see at the bottom of the tracker that it says Olympus Coliseum has 4 important checks. And what that means is that all of those items on the right side, those are my important checks. And 4 of them are in Olympus Coliseum. It does include the report that was in there that told me about it. So I know that there are 3 more things there. That's good to know. It's probably around average, I would say, for that world. So I can kind of prioritize which worlds I want to go to based on those hints. So I want to see as many of those hints early on as I possibly can.
There is a sequence of events that just happened on my end that it's very upsetting to think about. So first and foremost, that entire time that I was asleep, I could have very easily died because Shuckle had stab rollout. So, I got lucky there. But what really stinks is we climbed that entire tower, and yes, the experience is great and everything, but we got an old rod. Completely useless item for me right now, especially since we're just committing to the Porygon 2 right now. Old Rod allows me to fish up anything from water, and it'll be guaranteed level 10. That could have been great like 10 minutes ago, but my Porygon 2 is level 13 now with a fantastic moveset. I'm still pretty bummed.
I also found the winner's proof, which, despite the name, is not one of the 3 proofs that actually unlocks the final door. It's a Keyblade, which I should check.
It's proof that you're a winner.
Oh, it's oh, great. It's my best stat Keyblade, but it has no experience on it, so it's terrible. It's worthless for me. All right. Unfortunate.
And meanwhile, I'm starting my fight against Faulkner. I don't know what Faulkner's going to give me, obviously. I'm still rooting for like Squirt Bottle or Bike. Those are the 2 things I want the most right now. Bike for obvious reasons. I get to move around really quickly. And then Squirt Bottle because that completely opens up a later portion of the game and I can get something higher level.
Makes sense. I just got an aerial dodge, which is very useful for... It basically gives me a double jump, which is nice for platforming, but also it lets me get to my max glide speed much faster. So it's really good for movement. That's actually kind of the last main movement tool I wanted. Now I just want kind of upgrades for things because the higher levels of movement are always better. And I'm coming into this torn page here in 100 Acre Wood and grabbing these chests, but I'm not actually completing the torn page. I'm not doing the minigame because I might never have to come back here. And the minigame is just like a 45-second time sink that would not be ideal if I don't actually ever need to do it.
Now, on my end, we just defeated Faulkner, and Faulkner gave me one of the important items I needed. We have the radio card. We don't have a Pokegear to use the radio card yet, so we're still missing a piece of the puzzle. But the radio card is absolutely necessary because that's the only way you can get past the Snorlax in Kanto. So we got a good progression item. It doesn't help us now, but it'll help us later.
All right, I'm heading over to Disney Castle to get quick run. It says level 3, but actually they go up incrementally based on the number you've gotten. So I actually have a quick run level 2 now. That's nice. Just means that it'll be a little bit faster, go a little bit further. Slap shot's a pretty good combat ability as well. Kind of nice. And
you're playing hockey over there? Slap shot?
Yeah. Okay.
Which, you know, speaking of hockey, shout out to Tampa Bay for winning the Stanley Cup 2 years in a row. That's cool. I'm Washington
not salty
do
about
this
it
year.
at all.
Detroit didn't even make it. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, so I could go further here. I think I'm actually gonna not do it though for now. Yeah, I'm gonna come back here a little bit later, and instead go over here because I already have some good tools.
So the old rod ended up being a rainbow wing, which if I want to climb up Tin Tower and get an easy level 60, that's available now. My egg just hatched into an area dose. That does me no good, but I do need to teach something HMs, so now we have a second member in our party.
An HM friend.
An HM friend. This no Pokedex in my menu is throwing me off.
I am still rocking very little magic. I actually should do a customization soon. Oh, I got another report. Okay, so that tells me there are 5 important checks on drive forms. So drive forms can level up, and when they level up, they have a randomized check on them, a randomized reward. I like having things on drive forms because I think it's fun to do them, but I don't have any drive forms yet. I haven't found any, so that's really scary. I need to hopefully find one of those ASAP so I can start working on leveling them.
Now, so far, my actual progression is pretty vanilla so far. Because I didn't get Squirt Bottle, I don't really have a way to get to a later portion of the game yet. If I get the pass, then I can go to Kanto really early once we get the Goldenrod, and that's going to be the first actual like sequence break. But for now, we're just going through the game like normal. Well, yeah, as normal as it can be given the circumstances.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit here in Agrabah. I'm basically, you're gonna see that I'm gonna not fight any bosses for a while for the most part. Oh, okay, that had a potential to kill me. That was scary.
I'm just gonna say that was on purpose. I meant to let go of my D-pad, but I did not do such a thing.
Okay, auto limit. That's at least something. Oh, I was hoping to take a hit and not die from it. so that I could go into limit, but oh well. So I noticed that there was nothing good out of any of those chests except the one that gave me auto limit, which I think was this one actually. So I'm going to just pick up that chest and let the rest of them, like, leave the rest of them by the wayside. Dying sends you back to the start of that room, so I had to like redo that stuff. We got a high jump. It's nice. And I realized auto limit wouldn't have been on anyways.
I don't really have anything in terms of checks I can do for the next little while, so I'm probably gonna be a little more quiet while JHobz talks about what's going on his end. But,
yeah, there's so many checks in this game, and you do so many of them in a row. But go ahead.
Oh, for sure. Like the only thing I can really do right now is it's required for me to clear out the slowpoke well. Any Team Rocket stuff that you have to do in this game, a lot of times in randomizers for Crystal, there's essentially just like skip rockets. But for key item randomizer, we have those on because that's a lot of extra checks. And so that includes every single rocket sequence. And that also includes here in Slowpoke Well. I'm going to get absolutely nothing out of it, but it is something that's required to do. So as mentioned, I'm just completely vanilla right now.
It's funny because I'm actually soon going to also be doing something that will be like just something I need to do. So I just got another hint. It told me that the World That Never Was has 2 important checks, and that is a world that I have to complete no matter what, because that's where the final boss is. And as a result, oh geez, that was silly. I'm gonna probably go there next and just try to get some of the checks. There's only 2 important things. It's not that many, but maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get some of them early.
I know I was hating on this Porygon 2 when I first got it, but now it's becoming a monster. I would still prefer to get something higher level, because if I stick with this and I have a seed where I don't need to do the Elite Four and I can go straight to red, which is my end game, it's possible that can happen, but then I could be like level 45, maybe level 50 for red, and red starts with a level 81. So that's kind of something I'd like to avoid by having something higher level. We do have the rainbow wing, so I could get a level 60, but there's no guarantee that level 60 will be any good. It could be a ditto.
Hey man, you were hating on the Porygon 2.
Okay, sure, but like a Porygon 2 has really good special attack and defense. It was just a moveset I hated. Now Ditto, there's no redeeming quality about Ditto.
That's funny. Okay, so I'm actually hopefully gonna get hit here intentionally. Oh, will they not hit me if she's around? Okay, can you hit me one more time? I want to get hit one more time.
Give me a sign.
Yeah. Baby, hit me one more time, please. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I want to level up auto limit here. Okay, there we go. So auto limit levels up by, oh, come on. There we go. Auto limit levels up by getting to the end of a finisher, or the end of a limit. So there, I just got it to level 2. Because I don't have any other drive forms, that's actually as high as I can get it right now, is just level 2. But because drive forms have 5 important things on them, I really want to start checking those as quickly as possible.
I just took off my Twisted Spoon for a magnet because I was like, Spark is stronger than Confusion, so like I want it to be even more powerful. Then I immediately run into something that would have died if I kept the Twisted Spoon on, so I'm a little upset at myself.
When you run into like a Grimer or something, or Muck or whatever.
I ran into a Bulbasaur and it barely lived, and I'm upset. Here's a fun fact about Crystal. This is just a randomizer fact in general. It has absolutely nothing to do with key item. But anytime there's a twin battle like this where there's 2 trainers, in vanilla, like this trainer is Spinarak and Ledian, or if you do it from the right, it's Ledian and Spinarak. Makes sense, right? Because you're swapping sides. But they're actually technically programmed as 2 different trainers. So in a randomizer, the left one right now, like I'm fighting an Espeon and we just beat a Ponyta. If I fought the right one, it could have been something like an Ivysaur and a Machop. It's a really interesting quirk of the game. There's only one duo fight that isn't like that. And what's interesting about that is the one duo fight that isn't like that is specifically in Crystal, not Gold or Silver, and it was a double fight that was added specifically for Crystal. So I guess they realized how they programmed it, or they were lazy. I don't know.
All right, I got a new ability. I got Magnet Burst, which is a really good aerial finisher, air combo finisher. It's kind of the counterpart to Explosion. Ooh, and I got Ukulele Charmed. Great. That is Stitch. That is the Stitch summon, and Stitch is really useful. He will refill my MP and also try to kind of keep me safe if I ever summon him in battle. So you'll probably see me use Stitch a fair amount in these fights.
I accidentally repelled instead of healed. What a waste of a repel.
What's that for?
I just learned Icy Wind, which I taught over Pursuit, mainly because there isn't going to be too much that I want a dark move for, whereas Icy Wind, if I see a Dragonite again, I'll feel a lot better. So we have Confusion, Icy Wind, Spark, and Fire Blast. Really not a terrible moveset. I'd like a little more consistency with some of the hits. Like another stronger move. I'm looking forward to when I finally get Surf.
All right, I wasn't sure how many hits that would take to finish off old-timey Pete there, but now I'm going to get 3 more chests here, and then I'm going to leave before I have to do any more fighting.
All right, so I got the card key, which means I can access a higher level of the radio tower. Cool, I guess. Thanks, Bugsy. I don't know what I'm supposed to say about it. That's kind of a bummer.
All right, I
like,
guess
we do need it for progression. Like, to be fair, I need it for progression. That's how you clear the radio tower. So I shouldn't be complaining too much. I just really, really want a bike. Movement is awful right now.
All right, I'm going to head to the world that never was now. This is, the main world I need to beat in order to finish this rando, in order to beat the game. And it's a very late game world, so you might be wondering, why am I heading here at level 10? You'll see. I was hoping to wait for a second negative combo to speed this up a little bit, but it's honestly better that I get to show all of you who haven't seen this before, show you what's going to happen here.
He's going to cheat.
Not cheat, cheese. A fine aged cheddar.
Yeah. I had a reverse lisp, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, so Roxas here is a very difficult fight. I'm going to start things out by reflecting and then do a little bit of damage, and then I'm going to wait for Roxas to do things. Uh-oh, that's going to kill me.
Things.
I messed up.
He sure did the thing, Hobbs.
Yep, I messed up. I misread his move. But I don't need to pick up any of these chests because they were all terrible.
See, I'm choosing not to repel here because the encounter rate's low, and I have a very specific repel menu I like to do. Just because I'm a super nerd and I've mapped out steps and have, figured out where the best place the menu is and whatnot. But our repel ended early because I was a dum-dum and messed up my menu, and now we're getting punished. All right, I got an SS ticket, another really, extreme speed. Maybe I teach that.
All right, so I'm just dodging for a while. I need to dodge one more attack. Good. He made it easy. And now I'm going to steal his Keyblades. I'm going to knock him back against the wall.
So the moment that I get a pass or the SS ticket, the squirt bottle or the pass, that's what I'm trying to say. So as soon as I get one of those two, then in terms of progression, outside of anything radio card related or HM related, I'm pretty good to go.
All right. I am also good to go for the next 2 minutes because I am just going to keep quick running doing, you can't see the health bar because I don't have the scan ability yet, but Rock's just taking very tiny amounts of chip damage every time these Keyblades hit him. And I'm just going to do this until I am certain that he has 1 health left, and then I'm going to finish him off.
Has picked up a TM called Sweet Scent, which forces an encounter. Seems kind of pointless right now, but ideally later on when I'm in an area that I want an encounter for a higher level Pokemon, we just speed up the process. You also see me kind of going out of my way a little bit here and there to pick up items. Money is really valuable. I want money. Uh-oh.
And if anyone's curious, this works on the base game. This has nothing to do with Randomizer. So if you're ever playing this game again and you're having a hard time getting past this fight, just dodge him 4 times, do the correct reaction command there to steal the Keyblades, knock him up against the wall, and then quick run next to him. I am just holding forward and spamming square. And I actually don't even need to hold forward. I could just literally spam square.
All right, I have 6 potential checks here, which is really nice. All right, we got strength. That's really good. That means I can do badge stuff. Strength is good. Now we're gonna get what the radio card check would normally be. Imagine if these questions were randomized. And I got the Hive badge. I can now use Cut once I get it, and Cut is absolutely required. So, good progress so far. Good progress so far. Still don't have a bike.
There we go. Rock's down.
I would love a bike. If the bike shop gives me a bike, then I'm going to be very upset.
Roxas blocks access to like 15 or 18 or something like that checks. So that's why I want to do this, even though that's a bit of a time investment compared to if I came back stronger later to fight him. I get to check a bunch of things. I get to make progress on a world that I need to make progress on eventually anyways. And there's a like really high level Heartless and Nobody's here. So I can get some free levels if I want as well.
Okay, still don't have a bike. The bike shop gave me the squirt bottle, which is one of the items I wish I had much earlier. But we can progress now, which is really, really good. We do have a combination of the squirt bottle and the SS ticket. So in terms of forward progress, we are good to go. We just need to start finding items and piece things together. Really use a bike, though. What's the equivalent of not having a bike in your rando?
Not having any like quick run or glide for the longest time.
And do you have those?
Happens. Oh yeah, I got those like immediately.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah,
Friend.
I know, it was pretty nice.
I found a bike. Ah.
Nice.
Gimme.
All right, so I'm gonna use Magnet Burst to hopefully keep these stunned until I can get to 3 drive. And then I'll summon Stitch.
Like what happened there. All right, now we're gonna beat Whitney. Hopefully Whitney gives me something I need. That's great.
Hey, I got a report on levels. Okay, so I got report 6 there, which tells me Hollow Bastion has 10 important checks in it. Now, Hollow Bastion is a big world with a lot of checks because it also includes the Cavern of Remembrance, but even then, 10 is still a really good number for that. So I'm going straight there next. Well, actually, I'm not going quite straight there because I forgot to do this earlier. I'm going to quickly hop into Land of Dragons to just check 3 things. 3 or maybe even a couple more things here. But then I'm going like straight to Hollow Bastion.
I got confused, but I didn't hit myself. All right, good. In general, my fights are going pretty well, but my checks are very up and down. It is kind of a bummer that it took me that long to find a bike, though, because you are guaranteed to get the bike no later than Goldenrod, and I got the bike at Goldenrod.
All right. So one of the big things I'm missing right now is a way to kind of keep enemies grouped up. I would really like to get magnets or even Chicken Little as a summon. Thankfully, Magnet Burst can kind of help me out with that a little bit, but the other things would be better. So I did that. I'm going to go ahead and just do 2 missions here because I can get some rewards from them, and then I'm going to leave. I'm not going to spend too much longer here.
Oh,
It's a well-timed
Aw.
snipe. Oh, great.
why would you? Is that even on the tracker? It is, okay. So Whitney gave me the blue card, which if you've never heard of the item, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
The
I
blue
haven't.
card is how you keep track of your points for Boina's password, which gives you rewards like protein and rare candy and stuff. But we did just get Fly from the flower shop. That's really good once we get the badge to use it, because that means any backtracking we have to do will be immediate. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Hey, we got fire. Nice. I also just looked at my stats for the first time and realized that my strength is bad and my magic is really like pretty good. No wonder those things were like not dying from physical hits. Item boost is an okay ability. Sleeping Lion could be a good keyblade. We won't know.
This is really like vanilla progress so far. I could skip some stuff and go straight to Kanto from here if I so desire, but I'm going to be an Ekrutik anyway, so I might as well clear out some stuff because there might be valuable things. Granted, there are a ton of fights in Ekrutik though. What I could do is in fact, I'm gonna do this right now. So I'm gonna enter the Pokemon Center. The way that Pokemon Centers work in terms of travel in every game besides Gen 1 is the moment that you enter the Pokemon Center, that's your warp point. In Gen 1, you have to specifically use it, but every other gen, you just enter. So I'm gonna enter this, and if I decide I go to Kanto, but I wanna quick travel back, I can just die on purpose and, oh, that's a mineral badge. All right, well.
Hey, that's good, right? You need all the badges.
Ah, kind of. You know what? Yeah, for the people, I'm gonna do this. We're going to Kanto right now.
All right,
Gonna
so
go
one
to
of,
Kanto.
one of the things I was hoping to get before I got here was Final Form, because Final Form would level 2 off of these enemies right here for free. But, oh well, there's too many things here to ignore it any longer.
Now, I could be taking a huge gamble here. If one of the two items that I skipped in Ekrutik was the Magnet Train Pass, then that's a much better way to get to Kanto, because I'm going to have to do some extra fights this way. But just the appeal of getting something that's almost double my level right now feels like it's a really good investment. That's a Psybeam Espeon. That is not fair.
All right, I just got Magnet and Reflect, the two best spells in the game, and Genie, the worst summon in the game. It's all back to back. That's not true. Genie's not the worst summon in the game. I just don't know how to use him very well. If anybody actually thinks he's the worst, go watch the level 1 run from from the finale of SGDQ 2021.
And we have another check here in Olivine with the Fisherman. He gave me Whirlpool, literally useless. I don't need that at all, unless I decide to go for the Lugia, which I would never do. We're gonna check the cafe here, which is normally strength, and we get Flash. So we got back-to-back useless HMs. The world is awful. I don't want to be here anymore. We're gonna go on the boat. Yikes.
Okay, so you're starting to see why Finishing Plus and Magnet are really nice, especially with Explosion. I can use Magnet, which normally acts as a finisher for purposes of a combo. You can't do another thing after it. But then because I have Finishing Plus, I can use another finisher. So it actually gets me to my finisher instantly. And because I have a very magic-based build right now, it means that my Explosion, which scales off my magic, and my Magnet Burst will both do a lot of damage. I'm going straight back into Hollow Bastion 2 because there's now quite a few checks I can get without having to do any more fighting, even though this world has now been scaled up much higher now that I beat the first visit. And I have to do a little bit of running before any of that, before I can get to those checks, but...
So there are 3 fights in Pokemon Crystal, and this is not a rando thing, this is a vanilla thing. There are 3 fights in Pokemon Crystal that you can lose and still advance. The very first rival fight, when you fight Yucine, which is the person at Cyanwood who's looking for Suicune, and the fight I was just in on the boat, which is why you saw me deposit my Porygon 2. He has level 30s. My highest level is my Porygon 2 at 23. So I deposited the Porygon 2 and purposely died with my level 5 Spider. That way I can get past that fight super duper quick and just advance.
Ooh, that's cool. It's very reminiscent of a lot of the Kingdom Hearts 2, like fights that you die to advance in. All right, so now I can start getting some of those checks I was talking about. 3 in this room, and then 4 in the next. Fortunately, nothing good there.
All right, and just like that, we are just about to enter Kanto. If I had the Surf HM, that'd be really great because I could immediately look for a level 38 the moment that I enter Vermilion Port. I do not have that though, and I'm also going to have to awkwardly leave Vermilion Port. Normally when you're here in Vanilla, you have flies. You just fly from Vermilion to Vermilion. It's actually kind of cute. I have to actually walk. I have to use my legs.
It's good. Get some exercise.
Yeah.
Probably would be better if that well, no, you have the bike now, right? So at least it's still exercise, but at least it's faster.
Still exercise, but it's not as bad.
Yeah. All right, so now I'm down into Ansem Study here. Oh, I got a second negative combo now, finally. Oh, if I'd done this before Roxas, that would have been cool. But I have a way to cheese a fair number of bosses, including some difficult super bosses, which could be a problem because like I actually do have the super bosses on these settings. I think I'm gonna try to go further actually. This might result in some deaths, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
All right, we're teaching Ariados Sweet Scent right now. I'm gonna save and we're gonna go to this patch of grass and hope for a really solid Pokemon.
Okay.
That's a Weezing. That's not quite what I'm looking for. It's a little lower level than I was hoping. I can't run away from it, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna reset and reload.
All right, I really, really need need some dry forms to start showing up.
These Pokemon I'm seeing are very not good. This might be a bad gamble at this point. There's a couple of other areas I can go to at least. So far, we've only seen Graveler and Weezing. Not really worth swapping to. Weezing has okay offenses, and Graveler is slow. All right, that's a Yanma, which is infinitely faster than me, so we're resetting again. I'm going to go to a different patch of grass. I wanted to avoid this because we're going to have to fight a trainer on the way back up, but then again, I wanted to Death Warp anyway.
All right, we're just going to take this the slightly slower but much safer way. Oh, which is not going to work because Crimson Jazz got an attack off, so we'll just do it this way. That's fine. All
Good
right.
save.
So
Saving
Stitch,
here means I'm committing to getting something here or just dying outright.
So Stitch helped me out a lot there, and I wanted to get through that fight even though it was a little bit more difficult because it can get me to this area, the Cavern of Remembrance. And if you played this game as a kid and you don't remember this area, that's because it was in the final mix version of it only, and was not, just in the English release. Oh, I'm gonna die here.
Ouch.
Oh, I actually survived. Combo Boost is a really good ability. That'll help my damage for sure. And Report 9 tells me Space Paranoids only has one thing there. Not ideal, but it's good to know where I shouldn't go. Just like it's good to know where I should go. I'm about to get attacked, so I'm just gonna run through here real quick. So this area is extremely late game area, like end game, post game kind of area. But I can get to the first 7 chests in this area pretty easily. There's also a way for me to skip all of the hard.
Good.
There's a way for me to skip all the hard fights here as well, but I can't quite do it yet. I need a few more tools.
Ideally, I died this fight. This was kind of a bust. Admittedly, I didn't look as hard as I could have in the other patch of grass, which has higher level stuff, but we found 3 things that weren't any good. So I'm just going to take this wipe, accept the fact that we couldn't really find anything, be a little bummed that we wasted our time a little bit, but the moment we have Fly, like our movement will be a little better.
Okay.
My Death Warp was actually bad because of the boat, I just realized. But I can always just go back.
I really need dry forms to start showing up. I'm putting off Twilight Town, which is a really good area. I'm putting it off a little bit because I want the... I really want dry forms to show up before then. I also forgot that I should just die to this fight.
There was a check that I could have done, and if I need to do that check, then it's really bad that I backtracked like this.
Okay, Cosmic Arts is a good piece of equipment. That's nice. It's finally an accessory we can put on. We actually haven't gotten like any accessories yet.
All right, so all of that for nothing. We still have the Porygon 2. The Porygon 2 is fine. I just really wish that that wasn't a waste of time. We unlocked some areas, so when I can fly, I can just get there quickly at least. But Bike Shop is calling me. I moved that much.
Hey, I got a blizzard.
That sucks.
Hey, I have all 4 quick runs. That's pretty funny. I'd rather
Good
get a
job.
second glide, but it's still useful. Okay, so it's been a little bit, and I think a lot more people have joined since we got started here. So I wanted to quickly just give a brief overview of what we're doing again for anybody who didn't catch it before. So Keys and I are racing 2 different randomizers, Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer and Pokemon randomizer, Pokemon Crystal key item rando. And the idea here is we wanted to show that like randomizers can be a fun way to get into speedrunning, and if you and a friend want to get into speedrunning but different games, like you can totally race different games as long as you can come up with categories that are going to be like good enough or close enough rather to make for even races. Like Keys and I going into this have no idea who's going to win this. It could be either one of us.
I'm sad that I wasted so much time trying to get rid of the Porygon. I should have just believed. What?
Right,
Look how
I'm
good
about
this
to-
Porygon is, though.
I'm about to head into the Thresholder fight, and I did just get auto final, which means I can level up final form to level 2 if I get low enough health to use auto final. But it's really not that useful, so it's not that great. I'm probably not going to bother putting it on.
All right, I'm going to listen very carefully because if the roamers are good, we're going to spend the next 2 to 10 minutes going for them because they're level 40.
I'm also going to do a lot of this spam. There we go. Until the.
All right,
how the
anyone
card
on the
goes.
Porygon 2 train, congratulations. We're still on this train. Choo choo. Those were miserable to hear. Oh my God. I hate it. I hate everything.
Go. All right. Got through Thresholder, so there's Beast Castle. I'm putting this late because there's unfortunately there's a lot of checks, but it's pretty slow. There are, there's the Thresholder fight here. There is a mini game that I got to do coming up next. At least it has a couple chests in it though, and yeah, it's just not super fast. So that's why I waited to come here. I have gotten a blizzard out of it, so that's nice. It's something.
Oh no. How do I kill you? It's a Blissey and I only have special moves. Get off
Oh, no.
my screen. Get
did
off
get
my screen.
I did get a second finishing plus too, so that actually does help because I once I put that on, I can do an explosion and then another finisher and then another explosion, or same with a magnet burst.
So right there is actually an interesting thing to point out. A quirk about Crystal. We have what we affectionately refer to as a Gen 2 miss. So for whatever reason, if the AI uses a move that causes any sort of status, whether visible or invisible, visible being like poison where it shows up on your bar, or invisible being something like an attract or a confusion or something, it has a 1 in 4 chance to fail, even if it's 100% to hit. So disable should have activated there, but I got the 1 in 4, so we got kind of lucky.
That's only on when enemies are using those moves, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, we finally got a draw. Okay, so that's an ability that's like, it's not, amazing or anything, but it is useful for pulling in like health orbs and I actually had another one too, and other like kind of treasures and stuff, and can speed up some fights, or not really fights, but forced sections in the game.
Oh, yikes. That's super Fang. That's half my health. That's really rude. See, we're starting to see what the problem with Porygon 2 is. Porygon 2 can dish out some damage, but Porygon 2 is very slow. Very bulky, so I don't die that often, but I mean, I would much rather, you know, a good level 30-something or a 40. That would have been great. The seed is cursed. So we can also still do Kimono Girls here for a check, but I'm putting it off for now.
I thought I might get killed by beasts there. I wanted to try to sneak in a Thunder, but I have double negative combos on, so it was a longer animation. There is a fly in my office, just trying to taunt you there, Keys, for not having fly.
I have fly. I need the badge.
Well, you know what I mean. Not being able to use
I know
fly.
what you mean. I'm still upset. That's probably the thing that I'm rooting for the most right now is we beat Morty and get the Storm badge. That's what I want the most right now.
All right, so just got a bunch of Keyblades. Gonna check them now. Ooh, once more is on one of them. Not ideal, but at least it's got decent stats. So that'll protect me from dying to combo attacks. There's an air combo boost Keyblade. That would also be nice. A thunder boost Keyblade would be nice. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna stick with the once more one because it'll protect me in a lot of situations. It'll keep me safe.
I fire blasted a Parasect.
And I think the next place I'm going to go is Olympus Coliseum. I should probably just go to Twilight Town, but I'm really being stubborn and trying to put it off until I get Final Form, and it's going to burn me.
Hey, I need an equalizer. I went all the way to Kanto and got burned.
So I'm going to come here because I do also have a lot of things that make this nice. There's some boss fights and some mini games before I can do any additional checks in this world, but the main thing I want for this world is Magnet Burst. Magnet Burst lets me finish off the Urns minigame really, really quickly, and it can help with some of the fights I have to do. And I also wanted some draws, and I have 2 of those now. I also need to put on the Cosmic Arts I got earlier. Totally forgot about that. No, not party, please. Okay. So this part's really dangerous. Thank you, Orin. Ugh. I don't have Cure, so I can't use that. Not that I would really necessarily want to, but hopefully Orin will just heal me.
This could be a waste of my time. This could be a waste of my time, and we can really like put it off and skip it. Now I'm really bummed I got rid of confusion. So we got Surf. We got Surf from Morty. So now, since we have the Fog badge already, and he gave us Surf, we now have access to a lot more stuff. I can make a lot more forward progress because a lot of the Team Rocket stuff I have to do is locked behind Lake of Rage, which you need to surf there. So I think that's going to be my next destination. I could go to Cyanwood, which has a couple of checks. It has the pharmacy, which you need to climb up the lighthouse and talk to Jasmine to unlock that. There's Chuck himself, and then there's Chuck's wife after you beat Chuck. So there are 3 checks there, but it's so far out of the way, and since I don't have Fly, and my best bet would be to Death Warp from there, I want to put it off as much as possible.
Don't kill me. Okay, that was a little close. All right, I realized I should put on some armor and stuff, so I did that. And because I have those double negative combos, I can just go straight into finishers in the air. Which is really nice, because it means I can pull all the enemies together and kill them instantly. I also equipped 3 potions in that menu this time, because I needed to use all 3 of them, clearly.
The Jolteon Kimono Girl has a Jolteon. What is this?
Yeah, but that Jolteon's just going to use, like, some kind of fighting move on you.
Oh, it used extreme speed because it needs to rub in the fact that it's faster than me already. The jerk. All right, please be a good check. Glacier badge. All right, so that was not a waste of time. That's very good. We do need that. It gives us whirlpool access, which I don't care about, but it also is one of the 16 badges that I need, and I do need all 16 badges. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. Good, not waste of time. Words hard.
All right. I think people have been asking a few times also. Just to be clear, this is on critical mode for the KH2 rando part.
And this is on everything's messed up in Crystal. Sell some stuff. I need some money. I want to buy a couple of things real quick. I get rid of all but you.
All right. I'm soon finally going to start getting
need...
some checks from this area. I mean, I guess I got one from Cerberus, didn't I? I didn't pay attention to what it was, which means it was probably bad. I have a habit when doing this rando of if I forget what something was instantly, then it means it was just worthless, and I should just trust that. If it was useful, I'll probably remember it.
Now, technically, if this was a good Pokemon, I could main switch. Nope. That's fine. It's an automatic guaranteed shiny, and that would add a bunch of time. So I would rather it not. But like, if that were a Mewtwo and it had Psychic, you bet your ass I would immediately switch to it with no regrets.
Zapdos with Drill Peck and
yeah.
Thunderbolt or something.
There's no way you turn that down. No universe. I got the Poké Gear. That's really, really good. So now I can actually use my radio card. Now I just need the expansion card, and that entire thing is complete.
All right, you can see why I was saying Magnet Burst is really good for coming to Olympus Coliseum. And Draw also helps put these on. I wonder if... I don't look like I have Draw on, so I have a feeling that I accidentally... Like I did that menu, and then it got undone or something. Because it did not look like I had Draw on there. I think it did. Yeah, it got undone. It was when I died to Beast, I'm pretty sure. My bad.
All right, now we're going through... It's boring in Rando. It's boring in Vanilla. We're just completely over-leveled compared to everything else, but we're in the Rocket Hideout. Now, what's interesting is if I get one more badge... No, two more. If I get two more badges of any sort, then I could go back to Goldenrod and complete the radio tower. I'm not happy with my level, but by doing that, we no longer have to worry about rockets at all. Ideally, maybe.
Okay, and these next few rooms are kind of the entire reason I came here and spent all that time fighting things. There's 3 chests in this room. There's like 4 chests in the next room and 3 chests in the room after that, and then another 3 chests after a small fight. So a lot of good stuff. Full Bloom Plus is a great accessory. Happy to see that one. But I would like to see some of those important checks that are hinted here. That would be really nice.
Just a friendly reminder to folks, as we're winding down towards our break, we usually play for about an hour, and then we'll take a quick ad break. A few reasons for that. One, we want to show everyone at home that when you're learning how to play fast, you don't have to do it all in one sitting. A lot of us are, 9-to-5ers or going to college or high school, and you just don't have the kind of time that you'd like to dedicate to this. You can still learn. You can still learn bit by bit. You don't have to do it all in one sitting. We also encourage everyone to get up, stretch your legs, stay hydrated. And then, the cool thing about us playing ads right now, Hobbs, is that goes towards charity.
All of the, anybody who subscribes so that they don't see the ads, all the subscriptions and bits from Games Done Quick, like after taxes, all of the GDQ's revenue goes straight to Doctors Without Borders during the month of July. So yeah, if you are sitting on a Prime Gaming sub, for example, you can still help make the SGDQ total even higher because it will all get donated at the end of the month. So please consider subscribing stuff, and you get to skip all the ads that like he's talking about.
Richard puts on some really cool music. Just saying. Might be worth your time. It's worth your time to drop the Prime. Huh? Huh?
All right. Oh, we got another Magnet. Okay, that's pretty big. Now we have Magnera. Magnera is much more useful than a single magnet. It'll pull enemies in really well. Slide dash also a good gap closer on the ground. I'm going to do Pete. I'm probably not going to do the Hydra fight because now there's only one thing left here. But the Pete fight should be really quick, so.
Oh, Pete.
And he, of course, immediately used pinball. And I might die now.
The fight's easy. You thought.
Yeah, I died. That was my bad. I actually wasn't going to end up dying, but. Now I got to pick up all these chests again. Oh, wait, no, I don't. That's right.
It's okay. We're showing everyone at home that we're human. You get it?
Yeah.
You just want to die a couple of times because you feel bad that I wasted all that time in Kanto. I get it. Good friend, Hobbs.
No, please. There we go. All right, you're getting thundered now.
I'm so glad I learned Spark. It's been so useful. I would
I'm
obviously
going
prefer
limit form just to
Thunderbolt, but
stay alive. Okay. Aerial dive, useful ability, but not an important check. So probably my next destination is going to be Twilight Town, is what it's looking like.
I might go out of my way for it's not. I say out of my way like it's a lot of time. It's like 10 seconds, but I might go out of my way for the TM while I'm here. As if it's Ice Beam or Thunderbolt or Psychic or Crash Hobbs's game, those would all be really, really useful for me. It's TMNAN.
All right. Yo, a lot of people getting a hype train going. Nice. Thanks for continuing to support Doctors Without Borders.
We're proud of you, folks.
Okay, so Twilight Town has a ton of chests in it, similar to Hollow Bastion. But when we come here, the first visit... Oh, I forgot this cutscene's here now. The first visit is a little slow because you have to do the entire... like, you have to just go through the entire first visit. You can't leave early like you can from a lot of other worlds. That being said, we're pretty much ready for the break whenever. So if you were, at a good spot soon, Keys, I know there's like 15 seconds on my timer until the hour.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a fight, so it's pretty much whenever.
Okay, well then, let me check this chest real quick. Okay, let's pause in 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay. We're going to take a quick break, everybody, which is perfect because I definitely need to stretch and get some more water myself. It's really hard to drink water during this run. And we'll be back in just a little bit with more of whatever this madness is. And, trying to see who's going to beat the game first. See y'all in
Meet a few, folks. And welcome back, everybody. From that ad break, this is GDQ Hotfix, specifically the first step. I'm Keizaron, joined by Hobbs. We are here showing off 2 different randomizers. So, I don't know what's going on anymore. Who's winning? You? Me? I'm not entirely sure. But this is as good a time as any before we get back to the madness to go through some announcements for you folks. If you're watching on YouTube right now, first off, thanks for checking us out on YouTube and thanks for supporting our content on there. But why not consider swinging by when we're live at twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick. We're here every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And there's also a slew of other great Hotfix shows you can check out. Go to gamesdonequick.com/Hotfix for more information on that stuff. And all of you that are here with us live right now, we have these shows up usually around 24 hours after the end of the broadcast. So if you ever miss anything or if you want to watch without the breaks, then head on to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. If you missed out on any of the SGDQ VODs, speaking of YouTube, you can go there right now and check out all the full runs from the event, along with other Hotfix shows.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of good runs. I got a lot of VODs to catch up on myself too.
This event was stacked. I initially looked and I was like, yeah, there's a lot of good games, but I watched a lot more than I expected, and there's so many good runs. I can't even begin to describe which one you should watch first. Just swing by for sure. And then just to reiterate, month of July, any portion of GDQ's sub and bit revenue will go towards charity. That's right. We can actually hit that 3 million if we sub a lot and cheer a lot. That'd be really incredible. $3 million for Doctors Without Borders. That would be awesome to see. But if you also just like watching events in general, don't worry. GDQ is not the only one you're going to see because we have Flame Fatales from August 15th to August 21st. And the games list is out now. If you go to gamesandquick.com/frame fatales, then you can check out what's going to be played during that time. And then just in general, tune in tomorrow because we have 2 shows starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have Metroid Fusion featured on Game Masters and specifically a randomizer. So that's actually kind of cool that we're doing back-to-back days of randomizers.
Yeah.
And then Twilight Princess will be on Challenger Approaching. And with all of that, I think we're good to continue.
Yeah, if people want just a quick reminder about what we're doing here, it's Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer versus Pokemon Crystal Key Item Randomizer. Basically, we think these two have the chance to be similar amounts of time, and we're just racing to see who can beat it first to show you that, like, even if you've got a friend who's interested in a different game, you can totally get into speedrunning that way. We've done these randomizers for quite a bit, but I know a lot of people who the way they got into speedrunning at all was by playing randomizers casually, like just installing the mods themselves and messing around with it. And it's a super fun way to get into speedrunning. Can't recommend it enough. And yeah, that's what our show is all about. It's just about how to get into speedrunning in super low effort ways, so you don't have to worry about, you know, learning frame perfect tricks or you know, putting hundreds of hours of practice into certain sections. When you're getting started, you just got to find that game and try to go fast in it. And sometimes that game is a rando instead. So tune in every week, 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, like Keys said, 4 p.m. Pacific, and we will we'll keep showing you these kinds of things. It's great.
Like the game that we're doing next week, which you'll find out at the end of this episode.
Yes, yeah. Stick around to the end to find out. Follow the channel too, so you can, you know, make sure that you see it in your following page every Thursday. All right, I think that's enough stalling. Let's get back to it. You ready?
Yes. Yes.
All right, you give us a count now.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I was hit 4 times and I'm paralyzed, so this is a miserable start to the second part.
I had to try to remember what the heck I was doing, because I don't normally stop in the middle like that. Okay. Oh, I got more torn pages. All right, so I'm probably due for a visit to 100 Acre Wood, which is going to be a little slow, but might end up being necessary. I have too many torn pages to really ignore it any longer. I think I have like 3 or 4 now. Yeah, I have 3. Okay, that is our first important check here in Twilight Town. There's the second one. We got Peter Pan. I'm getting no dry forms, but all the summons. This is like the opposite of how I would rather have it go. Peter Pan's nice, but yeah, dry forms would have been nicer because I ideally would like to level final form in this fight, but since I don't have it, it's not going to happen. I'm probably too high level to be able to actually like die here, but I can try.
I went out of my way to pick up a TM because I wouldn't mind better, stronger moves, but it was a Leech Seed. So no good. Every gamble I've taken so far in this rando has been awful. I should just play Grandpa safe right now.
All right. I want to keep taking damage because I have double negative combos on. If I try to hit the enemies, then I will inevitably kill them. So I have to try to stay away from Goofy. Okay, there we go. So that he doesn't stagger the enemies. 3 rewards from that fight. All of them were pretty bad. So now we are going to just progress through the rest of Twilight Town 1 here.
As soon as we defeat these 3 electrodes here, I'll get another key item. I never clicked on my bicycle on my tracker. Oopsie. All right, we've had that the whole time. I've lied to the people. I don't deserve to play anymore. I would like a badge. In fact, I would like back-to-back badges. I'd like to get a badge from here and a badge from Price. That would be fantastic.
Ooh,
because then that means I could do Radio Tower and get that done and out of the way. Or Fly. I will take Fly. I will gladly take Fly. I will never
Speaking
complain
of Fly,
about
there's another one in my office somehow. What happened? All right. I got Horizontal Slash, which is a really good ability. It's just good for your aerial combos. In Rando, it's not going to be as important on most fights. It's going to be really useful in some boss fights in particular, and especially for Zigbar. But I also ideally need Berserk Charge to go with that one. Because, yeah, you can see a lot of the mob fights, I'm just doing this Magnet Burst and finishing them instantly, so.
I got Boulder Badge, which is, you know, it's a badge, so I can't complain too much, but I'm also going to complain about it. Fly would actually, now that I think about it, Fly would be the best thing for me right now, because I could actually go for, since I have the Rainbow Wing, I could do 3 optional fights, go for the level 60 Ho-Oh. If it's good, we run that, and I can fly away from there. If I don't have Fly, I have to go down the stairs, use an escape rope, and then climb all the way through the entrance, which is slow. But might be worth it, because a level 60 is, more often than not, better than a level 33.
Yeah, a little bit.
At least that's the hope.
Okay.
Also, I have 1 repel left, so if I could get Fly so I can shop without getting encounters, that'd be great. I made the mistake of going to Olivine and not buying stuff.
I really would like some drive forms, please, game. I need these badly.
Milk screen's really bad.
If I get even 1 drive form, I could force final form to show up. It would take a while, but it might be worth it at this point, because I'm just a final form away from being able to boost my, well, and a few fights, from being able to boost my levels. There's a proof of connection. That's the second of 3 proofs I need to beat the game.
Uh-oh.
I don't love my tools right now to beat the game, but I at least am close to having all of the strictly required things.
Right? Aw. That's going to be a heal for the AI. Yep. And since we only do about 25% damage per attack here, this is... Oh, the crit came late. What is that?
Here.
All right, that fight was kind of slow, but it was necessary. Fly, please. Marsh badge? Oh, no.
Hey, you got badges pretty much back to back.
Yeah. 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 All right, I am going to do something. What was I going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some really wonky movement here. There's a check in Ice Path because there's normally an HM there. It's
I'm going to die.
A waterfall HM. Oh, very good.
Oh, once more saved me.
Oh, she's not back. Weird.
Okay.
The shop's gone.
That was scary.
Hope this is a repel? I only
Probably
have 1
would've been better
repel.
off
This stinks.
I probably should have just used Explosion instead of Genie there, but eh. I felt like it would go okay, and it went pretty well till the end there. It just got a little scary.
Okay, depending on what the item is here, I'm either going to escape rope out and turn the heck around, or push forward so I can unlock Blackthorn and do the strangest movement on the planet to get back the Goldenrod. Very undecided at this moment. My repel ran out already. Oh, this is going to be the worst ice path ever.
You don't have any more?
Unless... Good Rod. All right. Yeah, my shop is very bad right now. So I have no repels. Ice Path is technically a low encounter area, but it's so dense with tiles that I'm guaranteed to get butchered. There's one already.
All right. I have now made it to Twilight Town 3, where there's a lot of really good checks. I messed up. I was thinking about how I want to do experience boost there, but then I realized I couldn't because I have once more and not second chance.
I average like 1 encounter per floor. I'm actually going to be okay with it because that is average. All right, we're technically below average, right? Yay, look, the game's treating me okay.
There we go.
I'm not getting that punished when I really should be. Dig TM is fantastic. I no longer have to worry about escape ropes. I know that's dig because one of the things about crystal randomizers is more often than not, you leave the field moves alone. That way you can guaranteed get sweet scent and dig, rock smash, all of that. So we have dig now, which is great. I can actually sell these escape ropes if I want to.
I'm finding every auto form instead of any of the actual dry forms. Whoops. No, I already got all the things. What am I doing? That's really unfortunate. Oops.
Go all the way down, pull our max repels up because that's going to be something we use a lot of.
All right, I should be able to get through this next fight. This next fight's pretty scary because we're like, I'm in Twilight Town 3rd visit right now, which is pretty much right before the end of the game. So this fight can be really scary, but I'm going to summon Stitch, and I think that should make it totally fine.
All right, here we are back at Route 29, all the way back home.
I need
and
Stitch
we have to
lick
do
me.
this rival fight because we skipped this trigger. So our rival has a level 5 now.
That's great. All right, so I just want Stitch to constantly lick me here. I mean, who doesn't? But I really do, because every time he licks the portrait over in the bottom right corner, like he's doing a ton right now, it refills my MP. So it's really good when all I want to do is use a bunch of magnets into explosions, like I am right now. I got a membership card. That's actually an item that could be useful, potentially.
Now, technically, it would have been faster for me to backtrack to get to Goldenrod, but by doing it this way, I unlocked Blackthorn. So when I do eventually fly back there to take out Claire and her gym, it's already there. This is very strange movement, though. I don't think I've ever done this.
Dodge roll. I'm really hoping to get some dry forms out of this.
How have you not yet?
I don't know. I don't have
That's
a
impressive.
single one. I have 3 different auto forms, but I don't have a single regular dry form.
That's impressive.
And to remind for folks, auto forms I can only use if I get really low health, and I can only level them up to level 2 until I start getting some actual dry forms. But yeah, if I get final form, I can do some experience grinding here, which would be really nice.
All right, technically, I have more available checks for me in Kanto than Johto right now, but we have to clear this out for progress anyway. So we are going to do that. There are 2 checks in the radio tower, and there's another check in the underground. I don't ever want to bother with the underground because you need the basement key, which we don't have. It's not technically necessary for progress. I would like to not have to go down there at all.
I'm so glad I checked in there. I finally have a dry form. It's the least helpful one, but it is a dry form. Also, I need to put on some stuff here. Aerial dive. Guess we'll do this. I would talk about what I'm putting on, but don't worry too much about it. None of those
What are
abilities
you putting
matter that
on?
much. Nah, none of those abilities really matter. 2-4 drive boosts a bad Keyblade. Let's put on... Oh, I have a Berserk Charge Keyblade. Okay, that's really nice. That will make it so that my combos never end if my MP is recharging, but I can use that to stun lock a boss, and I might just do that next, because I don't really know what to do right now.
Yeah, I know what I want to do, but I'm just struggling with what I'm getting for items. Kanto badges are necessary because I need all 16 badges, but they don't give me anything. Storm badge would allow me to use fly, which would be fantastic right now. So I guess that's what I'm going for right now. Is I need Storm Badge for Fly. That's the most important thing for us right now.
I also got a money pouch earlier, which gives me 5,000 money, which is a lot, and I'm going to use that exclusively to buy ethers. Ethers are really nice. I went to the wrong spot. Whoops. I have not finished the missions yet. There's still one more to do. All right, so now that I got Valor Form, that helps in a few different ways. So Valor Form will give me, level up rewards on its own. But also, because I have a drive form now, the highest level I can get my other drive forms to, like any drive form to, is level 3. Drive form levels up by dealing hits to enemies. And I just got another glide from getting it to level 2. Like this is what I'm talking about with how drive forms can be really helpful. And now even if I go like auto limit, auto master, auto final, I could technically get all of those up to level 3. I'll probably actually take a trip to Alabastion to do that for master form intentionally.
Meanwhile, I'm climbing a radio tower. I'm doing lots of
climbing
fights.
a mountain.
Oh, well, we're both climbing right now.
Yeah.
I'm slower than a Charizard, 9 levels lower than me. And I didn't kill. What is this scam? Oh, Porygon 2. Why? Why do you thing?
Ooh, Shock Charm Plus. Okay, that's the best piece of armor I could find. It's not the most defensive piece of armor, but it buffs my thunders. So that's really nice. I'll definitely be putting that on. I don't know if each of those hits counts for Valor, which is why I went into Valor form there. But I'm going to lose a little bit of time on movement, having to run like this instead of gliding, but that's fine.
All right, so we're going to fight the fake director in one more fight here. Why didn't you? Which will give us an item check. Once again, we are hoping for Storm Badge so I can fly. That is the most important thing I can get right now. I do need cut still as well, but like cut or waterfall. But it would be really nice if I could fly back to Kanto instead of going all the way to Olivine to go on the boat to go to Kanto. Those are a bunch of steps that I don't want to take.
All right, so I'm going to switch, now that I thought about it, I'm going to switch my auto form back to limit. Because I'm going to go do a summit fight here.
Really hard not to use that much surf because I can't remember if I have a move restoring item right now. I don't want to climb all the way down to heal just to climb back up.
I have a level 3 glide, and I got a Thunder Boost. Wow. Okay.
Good for you.
It is. It's pretty nice, actually. And I think I got some strength upgrades my last few levels, which is nice. So I'm going to try to take some hits here.
Man, this fight used a lot of surf, so I'm kind of bummed about that.
Perfect.
Storm Badge! All right, that's the best item I could have gotten. Fantastic. I can fly now.
No, wait, I'm the one playing the Disney game.
Ha!
He can fly, he can fly.
All right, that's a really, really important item I just got. Heck yeah. So now I can fly Kanto whenever I want. I can go to Cyanwood and not feel guilty about it, because if you go to Cyanwood and you don't have fly, you have to surf back, and it feels so bad. Unless you really like that music, in which case it's really cool. But
okay, I was able to get limit form to level 3 there. Still didn't really get anything off of it. I think now I'm going to head back to Alabastion, check my membership card item, and also get Master Form up a few levels, which means I need to switch.
I guess from here, the most important thing I need now is cut, right? Pretty sure. Ow, 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 that hurts. I need the secret potion too. Secret potion, machine part, cut. Those are pretty much what I need here.
So one thing I'd like to be doing, and like I probably will go do this soon, is pushing the world that never was, because there's still 2 important checks there, and theoretically one of them could be the last proof I need. But Zigbar is a really scary fight, and so I'm a little worried about going there.
Every time
right
I see
now.
rollout, I get sad. If I don't kill them right away, it just builds up, and then I get really sad because of pain. That's a Lugia. There is no way in hell I kill you. It has high jump kick. Oh my god! What an awful sequence of events. I want out. Get me out.
You're so dead.
This hurts. Stop! He's faster than me. Oh my god, my precious digital duck.
So I need to get low enough health here to get into Master Form.
Hey, you
but I
want
need
my
to-
health? It's pretty
I
low.
need to take a combo. I need to take a combo hit to get low enough health and still survive. I won't survive a single hit that's powerful enough. So I need some hook bats to spawn, ideally. Or something. Come on.
I need no more Lugias because that was the worst.
There we go. Okay. So now I'm low enough health. I just need to room transition so that my party members come back alive. And I can use this area here for all of the drive orbs that it has, because this is how Master Form levels up. And I got it to level 3, which is as far as I can get it right now. Didn't get anything out of it. Might as well give
Team
this a
Rocket
shot.
has been defeated. Go team.
I'm going to try to do an out of bounds trick here. But it's going to be hard to do without, like, while I'm already in Master Form, but we're going to try.
All right, so I got the lost item, which is the Clefairy doll on the tracker. You can actually give that to the copycat girl in Saffron. So Saffron now has a check ready for me, which is nice. I just got a TM for Thunder Wave, so I'm very sad.
Come on. Grab the ledge, Sora, please. So this is, normally there's a setup for this, but I can't be in Master Form in order to do the setup, so I'm trying to... Come on. Come on. Come on. Please. I'm not usually this bad at it, but I haven't done it in a little while.
I'm actually gonna go ahead and go. I should have looked at the moves that were available in the mart first, but we're gonna get some X items right now. But we're also going to check and see if there was any good TMs. Like I said, I should have done this at the beginning. Maybe I could have had Flamethrower or Ice Beam already. Just
Well,
kidding.
that's not
Those
gonna
are
work.
all awful. I never want to come back. That's 1 star on Yelp.
So I can come back here when I actually can get into Master Form to make that trick much more doable. Even if I'd room transition first to get a higher level aerial dodge from the level ups, that would have been good. Okay. So we're gonna go back in and try that again now, because I think I should have enough movement abilities to get through everything. Yeah, I should. So
I just dropped a lot of money on X items. I should hopefully not have to buy X items anymore from here.
So yeah, this here is called Core Skip. I need negative combos to not be on for this. Actually, I really need negative combos to not be on.
Now, it seems really clear to me that unless the Snorlax is really good, or unless I go out of the way for the 60, I'm stuck with this Porygon 2. Not that it's a bad Pokemon to use. I'm not complaining that much. But so I might as well just do the gym battles that are required anyway. And by required, I mean this Totally could be not required, but I'm going to do it because we're going to need the experience regardless. That's a really bad miss. I don't want to be here anymore, Hobbs.
I need hook bats. No, I need hook bats. It's random what spawns here. I'm spending way too much time doing this, but at this point, I just want to show this trick off.
See, now I'm second guessing myself and thinking, man, this is like a huge time investment for something that could be completely useless. So maybe I shouldn't be here. But then my selfish little pride is saying, nope, you're in here already. Keep going. Kind of like you and your trick.
Yeah, that's kind of what's happening.
We lack hubris sometimes.
Oh, okay, there we go. Please, come hit me. Thank you. All right. So I need to stay low health.
This is a bad idea. I'm gonna get like,
Oh, wow, Goofy, just showing off.
I'm gonna get like the red scale or the mystery egg or something and feel really bad that I wasted my time fighting something that can potentially destroy me. No, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get the Pokedex, and now that I'm used to a menu without a Pokedex, everything's just gonna go straight to hell.
Okay, so I cleared that gap, which you cannot glide over, while in a drive form, or like just while out of bounds rather. And now I'm gonna do all of the rest of Cavern of Remembrance without the like fight spawning.
Please be a good item. Please don't punish me. What? Cut would be good. Machine part? Secret potion? All of those would be great. I don't want to look like a buster, not gonna lie.
And climb up here. Do I have any tents? I do. Oh, right. I can't actually go into master form. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. I think I can do this with my high jump anyways. Yeah, I have a good enough high jump. All right.
I already taught it to you. What am I doing? Oh, right.
There we go. All right, that's fine. I wasted a drive recovery, but it's not that big a deal. That was the last part of the skip that was difficult to do. I get aerial recovery out of it. Already not terrible, but not what I'm looking for. I'm hoping some of those 6 important checks that are still left here are going to show up now. Hey, there's one of them. Thunder. Then 2 lost illusions back to back. That's funny. They don't matter.
Flame wheel.
So normally there would be a fight here. Oops. But there won't be. Because I skipped the triggers for everything.
Because you cheated.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay, fair.
This one legitimately, yeah. Including all the enemies here won't spawn. All of the steam will not spawn in this this upcoming section. Makes this whole part way better. And now that I have a level 2 or higher glide, it's a level 3 glide, I can hover like infinitely over the ground. Really nice. Fire boost, not that big a deal.
All right, you know what? When you use an X speed, all of a sudden you're not slower than everything. Fantastic. I bought a bunch of X items, which if you haven't used X items casually, you're amongst the majority of people I've noticed. They give you little boosts to whatever stat you're using it on. So my speed has gone up 1.5 times, so on and so forth. Oh, I didn't get punished. Yes. She gave me cut. We needed that.
Nice.
This could have been a huge waste of time. And she gave me Swords Dance. So now I kind of want to main swap to a physical Mon.
Wow, yeah, that's actually really good.
That's really
mine was a
good.
little bit more of a waste of time, but not that bad. So there's one chest in that Cavern of Remembrance area that I can't get to by doing that skip. So if I have to get it, it's going to be a bummer, but hopefully I don't have to.
Now, we still need the secret potion and the machine part, but now I'm going to focus less on fights and more on picking up items whenever possible. I'm also going to laugh because I forgot that we skipped the trigger to name rival, so I'm now being asked to name rival because I went back to the lab. I came here... Okay, I didn't know that. I learned something. I came here because I wanted the Master Ball, just so if I run into something I want, I can get it immediately. But because we haven't returned the mystery egg, he doesn't care of anything else. Whoops.
All right, so I did just learn some stuff. So I got a hint that told me Twilight Town only has 4 important checks in it, which is actually pretty low for Twilight Town. And I've already found all 4 of them. So it means I don't need to go worry about like the bosses or the next fight there. I got another torn page, so I now have 4, and I'm going to chase down torn pages at this point. Because
Meanwhile, I just returned the lost item, which gave me a Cascade badge. So that's another badge I got without fighting. That's really, really nice. Now that I have Fly, I'm also going to go over here.
Oh, also, the first 2 mini games here are sped up in the randomizer. So, Sora doesn't normally flip around this fast.
Oh my god, terrible movement. Deserved to have an encounter, or a fight, but I didn't get.
Keys, I just saw somebody
machine part, really, really good. Needed that.
Keys, I just saw somebody in chat say, "Is this just 2 dudes doing speedruns?" And now I'm like, well, why didn't we just name our show that?
Yeah.
Instead
Way
of the
better
first
than the first step.
2 dudes doing speedruns. But no, what the show is the first step. We show you how, like, all these low effort ways to get into speedrunning and how much fun speedrunning can be, and you don't have to like be good at games to start speedrunning. And today we were supposed to be playing Hitman 3, but we ran into some technical difficulties. So we're showing you how fun randomizers can be and how you can come up with fun ways to compete with your friends and without even like playing the same game necessarily if you're not interested in the same game. So we're trying to see who beats their randomizer first, which is also really helpful for, like, you know, if we both did Kingdom Hearts 2, I would have a strong advantage over Keys. If we both did Pokemon, he would have a very strong advantage over me. So this also helps us like find ways to level the playing field between the 2 of us.
So I didn't have an available Mon that I could teach Cut to because I hadn't done that yet. So I flew to Goldenrod to get the free Eevee from Bill, and the Eevee was a Tauros, and I'm very upset because if I got that a lot earlier, I would have swapped immediately.
Yeah, and then now you would have Swords Dance.
I would have Swords Dance Strength.
Yeah.
Which is really, really, really good. Instead, I have a digital duck who's fighting a real duck right now. We're gonna go ahead and return the machine part here because we have to do that. I think secret potion is the only item I'm really missing that I need right now. I don't even technically need it. I just need the badges. I'm thinking old key item. I can't emphasize enough. Key item randomizer has changed a lot since the last time I did it. So this might not be like a traditional first step for me because I have knowledge of stuff, but this is way different than what I'm used to.
All right, I am getting close to the end of my torn pages here. Haven't really found anything I care about yet. There's 3 more checks in this one, and then there's a bunch in the next one. There's like 8 checks. Whoops, over here.
I try my best to avoid as many fights as I can. Granted, that would mean a really bad red fight, but we could always try to schmooze our way around that. I just want to check items and hope that I pick up badges. There's a lot of time investment to fights.
All right, next one is gonna have most of our checks for 100 Acre Wood.
That was not something I needed. I can go to Vermilion. We really need the expansion card. That's actually the item I need the most right. That's an item finder. Well, that stinks. I'm gonna take the time loss to talk to this guy because he gives us a free rare candy that could be a difference maker if I swap to a level 60.
One of the things I'm doing here, I messed up that one, but there's several spots where bees spawn.
Bees, you say?
Yes, bees, I say. And if I do a high enough jump and aerial dodge in the right spots, then I can prevent those spawns from happening.
Yeah, I'm actually going to fight Surge here just because he's not out of the way. We're here anyway.
I have scan! Finally! It's an hour and a half into the seed and I have scan.
Ooh, this is kind of bad. Okay, good. As long as I don't miss.
Oops. That was
Raichu
silly.
used Amnesia, so my special moves do less, and then it had healing move, so that was really not good. But then it decided to attack me. I still don't have a Pokedex, Hobbs.
I have scan. And I got another fire. All right. Well, that ended up being not as lucrative as I was hoping. I think
I'm fighting a bee right now. Uh-huh.
Wait, what was, did I have? Yeah, I have a magic boost. Okay.
It's a frustrated bee, Hobbs. It's using frustration. Make it stop.
All right, I'm gonna use, where was it? Oh, there it is, Berserk Charge. Here. I'm gonna give this a shot. This might not go well. But we'll see.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do that on for now. Gonna try to do some where's my aerial recovery? I know I found it. Okay, there it is.
I was literally about to say
Zigbar.
Surge is really stacked, and then he sent out an Abra. I don't think this gets anywhere close to dying.
Just meant to go to synthesize. So by turning in a synthesis item, I actually get some items, and two of the things I get are elixirs and mega elixirs. So I'm actually going to put those on right now. I am also going to give Donald and Goofy high potions. This is basically the scariest fight in the rando for me.
All right, Octazooka bad. Our accuracy is dead. So is he. Very good. If we can get the expansion card here, then I'm pretty much just looking for badges. That's the Magnet Train pass. That's unnecessary now. Dang it.
Wait, I don't have cure. How am I going to get to... All right, this is going to be really interesting.
All right, I think for me at this point in time, I play as much as I didn't want to. Climb the tower to talk to Jasmine and then have a bunch of stuff unlocked in Cyan Wood. That gives me the most amount of checks. Yikes.
Whoops. I was still holding L1 there when I tried to do that reaction command. I'm thrown off because I'm thinking really hard about how I need to get rid of all my MP. Because what Berserk Charge does is it makes it so that my combo never ends if I am in the MP recharge state. And I can use that to stun lock Zigbar. I'm only going to give a couple shots of this because without Final Form, I think that this is going to go badly for me. Especially without having played this game in a few weeks or close to a month at this point.
We had GDQ stuff.
Yeah.
Well, since I'm just kind of walking around right now, friendly reminder to everyone, if you're just now tuning in or if you've been watching and you're just sitting here like, what the heck is going on? So this is The First Step, hosted by myself and JHobz. Usually we try to show everyone that it's really easy to get into speedrunning. All you have to do is play the game a little bit and then try to play it fast. But we have a little bit of a special episode today because Hitman 3 was not kind. So we're both doing a randomizer of different games, which you would normally think, okay, that's kind of strange. Why are you doing that? But we're trying to show everyone that you can play games at similar lengths and still race your friends and still get into speedrunning in that same exact way. So I have a crystal key item randomizer where all the items I need to progress the game and advance the plot are all over the place. And JHobz the same with Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh boy, it already broke. He already broke out the sun. So I'm trying to infinitely stun lock him here, but it's really hard timing, and so I'm mashing it instead, and so it's probably not going to go well, but...
Well, I could have repelled in that menu. That would have been smart, but I did not repel because I am washed up.
Oh my god, it worked. And that was like the last... I needed it to happen right then because my MP was about to come back. Whew. Yeah,
Right,
I need to learn how to actually time that because mashing does not work perfectly, but
This is the last
hard.
area in Johto that I have access to right now that'll give me a check, but it gives me 2 checks minimum. 3 if I decide to do the minimum amount. So here's hoping that I get something I need.
Okay.
Also, I grabbed this spare Pokemon just in case I need to do some revive juggling.
I don't think I want Magnet Burst or Explosion on.
Expansion card. That is exactly what I needed. So we are actually going to just leave for now.
Ooh.
Well, I guess I
Oh
technically
wow, I
had a
get
check
rewarded
over
with
here
the
too.
max level glide now. And
Also
Trinity
had a check
limit.
here.
That would have been useful earlier. I mean, it's still useful, but...
Okay, so with the expansion card, we can actually access the radio in Kanto. I keep mixing up my regions. He gave me a super rod that was completely pointless. But now, because of that, we can actually access the rest of Kanto, unlock a bunch of fly locations, and then just kind of whittle things down slowly from there.
All right. Meanwhile,
Also the Elite Four if we have to do the Elite Four, which that is possible because something we need might be locked behind the Elite Four, and that would make me very, very sad.
Meanwhile, I'm going to try to continue working my way through the world that never was against these bosses, which are really hard. And I am effectively at minimum stats for these, like effectively at level 1 stats. I forgot to take off high jump. That's not great.
I don't like this game. Iflim's my least favorite Pokemon in this gen, and that's what the Snorlax was. Guess who's not main swapping again?
Yeah, I figured that was going to... Oh, I still have elixirs on. Okay. That's fine. I'm probably going to leave this elixirs on, but I do need to take my high jump off because the loop that I want to do here is much harder with high jump on.
All right, we got another badge there. Very good. Badges are nice. If you notice, I'm really skipping a lot of fights. I think at this point in time, it's going to be a lot more efficient for me to just do movement in general and unlock a bunch of different fly locations. So once I am out of non-fights, I can just kind of travel at will. I am
So I'm
kind
trying
of
to loop
scared, though.
this boss to keep doing that minigame, basically. He will do either that or shuffle some cards like this. And I want him to keep using the minigame, ideally. I am at, like, basically level 1 stats. Oh, I tried to use the thunder there, but I had mashed my attack out too hard. I'm actually very close to not level 1 stats, which sucks that I am having to do it anyways, but it is what it is. So the specific like ways that I'm attacking this boss is how I'm trying to like loop him. I'm probably gonna do the next minigame just so I can get a
We are
so I can
doing
get some
Blaine
health
because
back.
Blaine's really easy. It's on the way to where I want to go anyway. Ooh, that's this is gonna be an interesting one. Oh, then that's why it's interesting. Eee. Locked in the thrash though. Okay, we take advantage of that and hope that he 3 turns. Okay, cool. I was gonna have to set up extra items, but he locked himself into a move where he couldn't heal. And that stinks. That's kidding.
That was
I killed him.
weird. I thought I should have been able to try to skip this move by doing 2-hit combos on the boss, but unfortunately, I guess he just broke into it. But that's
All right.
fine, because that means the boss will die after this.
That's good. Blaine gave us a badge, so it wasn't a wasted fight. Pretty much from here on out, I just want badges.
Hey, report 3. I got one of the important things from here finally, and it's telling me that there's 4 things in Port Royal, which was a world I was considering doing, so good to know that I should head over there.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of look here and think. We are supremely low leveled right now, but I could do blue because it's straight to the fight. That's a fast check. I could also do Sabrina, which I think would actually be better so I can get a little experience ahead of time. That's also just 1 fight. I really want to just try to do areas that I don't have to put a huge investment in fights. And just hope that we get lucky with some badges. I have 11, I believe. 11 of the 16. I'm also really, really, really hoping, and I cannot emphasize this enough, that we don't have something locked behind Elite Four. Because if we have something locked behind Elite Four, then that's dangerous.
All right, I am now going to beat this boss by doing this over and over again. So I switched to a Keyblade that had lower strength, which may seem counterintuitive, but because my stats are getting scaled anyway, as if I were at level 1, what this is going to do for me is this one has air combo boost, which increases the damage of your finisher. And I'm doing a double negative combo so that I just constantly use finishers. And as long as I keep using this finisher, the boss will never break out of this unless I take too long. So I'm trying to get him into a loop where I can just work him in a circle without having to worry about the walls, where I might accidentally like swing over his head. You could also cheese this boss with Peter Pan, which I do have, but I'm pretty sure this is faster than the Peter Pan cheese. It might not have been, actually, because it's minimum stats, but this is the one I decided to go with.
Another badge. All right, my gambles are paying off right now. That's good. More badge is good. And you know what? Before I do blue, because I still want to get a little more experience, I'll go do Brock. Even though I have a trainer that I have to fight before Brock, I think a 2-fight investment is totally fine right now.
Okay.
I think at this point in time, the worst thing is something being locked behind Elite Four. And for me, the second worst thing would actually probably be unlocking Misty, because you have to go through all of Nugget Bridge and then fight Misty.
Yeah.
And then I think the third worst for me at this point in time would be Chuck's gym, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights in there. Elite Four has less fights than Misty and the same amount as Chuck, but it's the Elite Four. I don't want to mess with that.
Okay. Riku has now joined the party. Gonna take his ethers real quick.
Rude.
Yeah.
Those
do
are
be like that.
his. Why would you do that?
And I'm probably not going to need elixirs for the next fight, so I'm going to switch these back now. Yeah. There's only 4 more chests and 1 more fight in the world that never was before the locked door, the final boss, to the final bosses. And that means that, well, there's technically another one, but hopefully I'll find my second important check in this world here in one of these chests. I can skip that one now that I know it's just an AP boost. Trying to
so
jump over triggers here.
I just
too.
got the basement key, which I can do that, which is additional fights. I'm gonna go to Janine though, because Janine has 5 Pokemon, but it's 1 fight. Like I keep mentioning, I'm trying really hard to do as like low effort checks as I possibly can at this point in time. I don't want to take huge investments, especially considering the fact that I've gotten away with murder at this point in time. There are so many times I did really long checks that I should have been punished for, and I wasn't.
All right, so I have to do the tower like face down here.
Did you get your 3rd proof already?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping that
Yeah.
I'll get it off this, because if not, there is a small but real chance that I might have to do data Zemnis in this seed.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I messed up. I messed
Jolteon
up.
had Spark this whole time.
That's really unfortunate.
Clear Bell. Okay, so our first punish. Granted, it was only 1 fight, so I don't feel as bad about that, but we do have the Clear Bell now. Which means I have options now, though. I can actually go to In Tower and get that check. That's 3 fights. I am supremely underleveled, but I'm going to take the gamble and go fight Blue, as it's 1 fight. But this might be the worst idea. We're supremely underleveled compared to Blue.
Don't worry, he won't have a Lugia.
If he has a Lugia, I cry. You'll know. You'll know immediately if he does.
Right.
Yeah. Ironically, I'm still missing the very first badge in the game.
What? So in Kingdom Hearts 2, bosses have this hidden value that we call revenge value, which determines when they're going to retaliate, so that way you can't just infinitely attack bosses. And I thought the boss's revenge value there was going to wait until I got that second finisher off, but it didn't. It was a little lower than I expected, so.
Okay, I've set up against Blue. Hopefully it's enough. I don't think this dies, though. No! I should have set up one more. Maybe another heal. Yeah.
All right, if I die again, I'll just leave here, but I should be able to do this. This is supposed to be the easiest fight in this world, but I'm messing up a little bit.
Yep, our accuracy is dropped, so we're going to miss some moves here. It's really unfortunate.
Uh-oh,
We got
this sucks.
Kinesis.
I don't like this move.
I want to say something about Blue right now, but I'm going to hold my tongue because the moment I say something...
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Oh, I landed it. Smoke screen. Kinesis Fire Blast. Let's go. Okay, I landed
So I
the hit.
needed to
Okay,
use
Blue
Trinity
really
Limit here
wasn't
to
that
stay
bad.
safe.
Blue really wasn't that bad. I'm kind of shocked. He gave me the mystery egg, you jerk! All right, you know what? Joke's on you. We're gonna drop off the mystery egg, which means I'll be able to get my freaking master ball, and I'm gonna go to Tin Tower because there's a check there. So you know, it all lines up. It's all optimal.
Wait. What? What just happened? No, I'm bad. Oh, man. So I was trying to skip the second building thing here, and I should have been able to do it, but I reacted poorly. That's fine.
All right, this is our fastest check right now. Actually, that's not true. Our fastest check would be Erica, but I'm here already, so I'm not turning around, and you can't make me.
All right. Beat the boss. Pretty sure he has a check. I have a feeling Data Zemnis is going to have a check on it, and I'm just going to hopefully never have to figure out what that is. Oh, he didn't. Thank God. All I got was a cure, but at least I don't have to do one of the hardest super bosses. All right, so now what we're going to do is go to Port Royal, because that seems to be our next best lead at the moment. 3 more things there.
I'm so concerned it's gonna be locked behind Elite Four. We need 4 more badges. Ideally, my next 4 checks give me my 4 badges so I can get the hell out of here. What are the chances that it's locked behind? So what beating Elite Four does for me is it hits the flag where Professor Elm will give you the SS ticket normally. So it's a lot of effort and really dangerous fights for 1 item. So if 1 badge is locked behind that, because I have every other item that I need at this point in time. If 1 badge is locked behind that, I am in big trouble. My Porygon 2 can take out the Elite Four, sure, but like when is Elite Four ever actually easy?
Okay, I really thought those were going to get picked up by the magnet, so that was a little bit slower than I was hoping for, but it's fine.
Also, since I'm here at Tin Tower, I'm really tempted to climb the tower anyway and see what the 60 is, because we have the Master Ball.
Okay, we got a Blizzard. That's another one of the 4 important checks here.
Ah, yes, the legendary level 40 Chikorita. All right, you have to murder it. Okay.
The hopes of Port Royal are starting to dwindle a little bit. I've found 7 of the 10 things in Hollow Bastion, so there's still 3 things there. Could go back there. I can't believe I don't have, like, practically any drive forms still.
No! Hobbs!
Yes.
My Tin Tower check was the red scale. All right, it's fine. The level 60 is going to be...
I'm calling it Weedle. No, Bellsprout.
You know what? No, Bellsprout would be fine because then I could do a trade. I could do the Bellsprout trade. So yes. No, don't do that to me. Be a Tauros. Be an Ursaring. Oh, I would love Ursa. Swords
Wait,
Dance,
even if
Strength,
you
Ursa?
did the Bellsprout trade, it wouldn't be level 60, right?
Yeah, no, it matches.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah. In newer gens, it doesn't match. It's set levels, but in older gens, it matches. So level
Gotcha.
60 Bellsprout would be... You know, honestly, with my luck, though, Hobbs, if it were a Bellsprout, the trade would be for an Abra, so it would just be another trade immediately after. It'd just be a fetch quest of trades.
All right, so I actually got hit that second time intentionally, so that way now I'm getting double experience for these. Unfortunately, it's not going to matter that much because this is kind of an earlier part of the game, but...
The Ho-Oh isn't here. What's wrong with the flag? Hobbs, I wasted my time immensely.
Yes.
All right,
ooh.
I learned the hard way. To Erica we go. I'm upset. What the heck? All right, I didn't realize that the flag interaction was like that.
All right.
Where was my Ho-Oh?
At this point, I'm really hoping I start getting some more drive forms. Because I even if I were to spend a lot of time leveling my auto forms,
Oh, God.
they can only get to level 3 right now. And it's a real big pain when you don't have
Oh.
second chance to level auto forms.
Oh, I didn't think something that was 15 levels lower than me would give me this difficulty.
Leveling or summoning Stitch here just so that hopefully he'll refill my MP. The oh, he thought about doing it. Okay. The pirates here are all weak to magic. There we go. Oh, I got a thunder. These are not the things I need.
I fire
there's
blasted
only
a
one thing left
Forretress.
here.
Take that, jerk.
Now there's only one thing left. I'm so scared. Where am I gonna have to go next?
Have you tried Kanto?
I'm about to have to go to Simulated Twilight Town or Roxas World without limit form, which would really suck. But I also don't have a hint for it.
I'm getting triple kicked by a Kingdra, and my first question is, where's its foot? I'm upset. Oh, I'm so sick of seeing Jolteons. Please stop.
Torn pages. That's the last important thing here. Okay. So I'm going to check these next few chests because I might as well. But then I'm going to leave. That's unfortunate. I mean, at least I can check the last torn page, but...
What is next on my list of things I'll consider doing?
You know what? This boss fight's going to be so fast, I'm actually just going to do it.
I guess Cyanwood, because Cyanwood can get me 2 checks. In fact, I should have done that initially. I'm a silly.
So
Oh
here's
my
a-
dear God. I got stun spored into dynamic punch. This is terrible.
Oh. So here's a fun thing, folks. Oh, wow.
What is that?
So if you use a magnet and a thunder, look at that health go. Barbosa is weak to magic, just like all the other pirates, and magnet into thunder, he gets hit by magnet a bunch of times. So I knew there couldn't be anything important from beating him, but you also get other types of rewards. Man, I'm just not getting good hints. This is what sucks.
You had like a really strong start.
Yeah, if I had some better hints, I mean, if it's in Hollow Bastion and I've just been, not hard pushing that hint, then it's like, okay, well, I guess that's on me. But there's some hard fights over there, and I don't have second chance. Limit form! Oh my god, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Winnie the Pooh.
All right, so Erica did give me a badge, so I don't feel bad about doing that. I should do Cyanwood, though, because that's more checks than anything else. We're going to go over there. I do have to center. But speaking of allowing my Pokemon to take a break by going to the center, I think we're good for a break whenever you are.
Sure. I'm about to just have to enter jail anyways, which is STT. So everybody
That's a
enjoy
break.
these quick few hops so that you can see what the funny movement here is going to look like when we come back. And then, yeah, I'm good if you are.
Yes.
Give me a countdown.
All right, 3, 2, 1, pause.
Okay.
All right, folks. Like we said, we'll be back in a few minutes. We're just going to play some ads in the meantime. If you don't want to see the ads, consider subbing. Maybe if you have a Prime Gaming sub hanging out, then, just drop it our way. Remember, all GDQ's revenue from subs will go towards Doctors Without Borders for the month of July. So good way to support a charity while also listening to awesome music during our breaks. Speaking of, we'll see you in a few.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking through the break. Quick couple of announcements here. If you're just kind of tuning in, you want to know what's going on with GDQ. Well, we have all of these hotfix shows running, basically the entire year. So it's not all just about AGDQ and SGDQ and all that. We've got plenty of content on the channel every single day. So be sure to follow the channel, and you can get notified about when we go live, so you can tune in. A lot of the shows start around 7 p.m. Eastern, but not always. And if you ever miss out on any of the shows, you want to check them out, or if you missed out on any of the SGDQ VODs, You can go to youtube.com/gamesdonequick, subscribe over there, and check out all of those videos. We've got some really cool videos coming out soon too as well. And don't forget that for the month of July, Games Done Quick will be donating all of its share of the sub and bit revenue after taxes to Doctors Without Borders. Everything in July. So if you've got a Prime Gaming sub laying around, or you got some bits or whatever, and you still want to help out Doctors Without Borders, even though SGDQ is over, consider throwing them down in the channel right now, and it will get donated. Don't forget as well, Flame Fatales is coming back August 15th to the 21st, and the games list just came out very recently, I think like yesterday or something. So if you want to check that out, you can. It's at gamesdonequick.com/framefatales. And while you're there, you can, actually volunteer while you're there. You can submit to be a volunteer. The same URL is where you can find the submission form for that as well. Tune in tomorrow for Game Master starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by Challenger Approaching right afterwards. It's a show where the Game Master is a show all about showing off people who are really talented at their games, whether they are strictly speedrunning or kind of a little bit speedrunning adjacent. And Challenger Approaching is all about showing off challenge runs of various games. Pokemon's actually been on there several times for
it sure has
and whatnot. Yeah. What we're doing right now is this is the first step, a show where we try to really show people that it can be incredibly easy to get into speedrunning. It's not all about spending hundreds of hours of practice and learning all these ridiculous tricks and whatnot. There's lots of ways that you can get into speedrunning by just doing something fun with a friend. And today we're doing some randomizers, and not even the same randomizer, because we found two categories for rando that we thought would be pretty close and pretty even. And we're just going to see who wins first, like who beats their seed first. And I think that just about covers everything. So, Keys, y'all ready to go here?
I suppose.
All right. We're going to resume then in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I should match text, huh? I unpaused 1 second early, so then I waited 3 seconds before I mashed text.
So I need 3 badges.
Okay. And I need 1 proof, but it could be anywhere.
Yeah, I have 3 badges I need right now, and I currently have 5 possible checks. I mean, I have more than that available, in the long run, but as it stands right now with the progression items I have 5 checks, and I need 3 badges. And one of those 5 checks is the Elite Four, and I don't like that.
And you still have to beat Red.
I still have to beat Big Boy Red.
Yeah, which is really difficult.
I'm level 52, Hobbs.
Yeah.
He is not.
So, meanwhile, I'm in Simulated Twilight Town, which is Roxas World from the beginning of the game. So everything here is really weak, but there's lots of things here that don't actually die based on, your strength. It's how many times you hit them. And I've been putting this place off because if coming here with limit form is way better. I can take out these enemies really fast, and at the same time, I can keep using this Ragnarok ability to level up limit form. The other thing about this area is that because you're not supposed to get any movement abilities normally before you come here, because it's from the very beginning of the game, when you use Quick Run or some other movement abilities, there aren't exactly animations for them. And so you kind of just hop around like a mad little frog, and it's great. But this place has a lot of tutorials and whatnot, so it can be a little slow. A lot of the checks are backloaded. I ordinarily wouldn't necessarily make a call to come here without a hint telling me how many important checks are here. But because I just got limit form, I need to level it up, and I really need some more drive forms and stuff. I'm at the point where I kind of just need to check this place.
All right. On my end, Chuck is going to give me a check once I finish this. And then Chuck's wife will also immediately give me a check. I'm hoping for high badge density here. We're hoping for back-to-back badges. Because then from there, I could still possibly skip some leaders, which would be great.
Yeah, you said you're 3 badges away?
Yep.
Okay.
One of them being the first badge still.
And you have all the other things you need too. It's just okay, badges and the ability to
All right, speaking of first badge, there it is. All right, I need 2 more badges.
Oh, it's starting to not look good for me. All I need is my last proof, and then I can go straight to the final bosses. But
And then Chuck's wife
proof I might be
is
hunting
going to
for.
give me the secret potion. So that's telling me to go deal with that. All right, so we're gonna take this secret potion. We're gonna return the secret potion to Jasmine, then fight Jasmine, because that is a 3 Pokemon fight after climbing the lighthouse. It's my fastest available check right now. I'm pretty sure the only gym leader I haven't fought yet, besides Jasmine, is... And Misty is almost as bad as the Elite Four, because that is, I believe, 7 fights compared to 5, but they're slightly easier fights overall.
Oh, also, this fight's also going to be sped up for most of it, because it's normally a lot of reaction commands and cutscene waiting and stuff. So the randomizer speeds it up so that it's slightly less bad. So if you're wondering why it's super fast, that's why.
The seed was very interesting so far. So my absolute best case scenario right now is Jasmine gives me a badge and saving the director, who is still, you know, clinging on for dear life in the basement of Goldenrod.
All right, so I got limit form to level 4, which is as far as I can get drive forms right now, and I got a second experience boost, which is nice. But at this point, I don't really need the experience. I already got through all the hardest fights and whatnot. There can be checks on levels, so it's nice for that reason. But it's not exactly what I was looking for. Drive forms cannot be found on drive form rewards. So I know that like leveling up the other ones to 4, I can't get more drive forms. But I could still get like a proof by leveling things up via their auto forms.
Give me a badge, Jasmine. Give me a badge. Okay, 1 badge left.
No, no, Keys, no. And then what's your, like, do you know why the 60 wasn't showing up?
Probably locked behind Elite Four.
Ooh.
No, probably.
So what would be your plan if you...
The hope that Porygon doesn't die. That would be my plan.
Okay. You just try going into a level 81 and whatnot with... Okay. All right, so this is why I wanted
3 fights?
one of the biggest reasons I wanted limit form before I came here. The Ragnarok limit really tears apart these struggle fights. It makes them spit out a bunch of orbs, and the way that you end these fights is just by getting 200 of the orbs.
My available checks right now are Save the Director in the Underground, which I'm currently doing right now. There is Clear Nugget Bridge so I can fight Misty, which is 7 fights. And then there's Get the Ticket from Professor Elm, which requires 5 fights in the Elite Four. I'm worried.
What if we just quickly put on a restriction that you can't use X items against Red? You know,
Then I would never, ever win the game ever.
I'm scared. This is going to, like, if I get a proof soon, that would be really great. But this is starting to really come down to it here. I probably should have left, actually, now that I think about it, because I can't get limit form any higher. But at this point, I might just finish this world off.
Why did I press up? I meant to press down. Why did you surf a Totodile, you idiot? It lives in the water. You're helping it. Oh man, if it's locked behind Pokemon League, I'm gonna be so sad. I think I would honestly do Pokemon League before Misty because it's less fights. And then cry.
Less fights and gets you experience for Red.
Yeah. So Elite Four is my next play if talking to the director doesn't give me the last badge. If it gives me the last badge, then we just bash our head against a wall for the next. I still don't have a Pokedex. I just realized that.
I really hope that's the next item you get.
That'd be funny. I'm missing the Silver Wing, the Pokedex, and the badge.
All right, I'm really tempted to make a gamble play here and just leave after I check out the stuff in Sunset Terrace. We call this area jail sometimes because you used to not be able to leave here until you beat the entire world, but you actually can leave early now. You can leave from any save point.
All right, buddy. I'm looking for a badge. Have it for me. Yes! All right, that's 16 badges.
No! Keys, no.
Hooray. It's fine. I'm just going to die over and over to red.
I'm going to find out my last proof is in like the one chest in Hollow Bastion that I'll never do.
All right, really fortunate. That means we skip Misty, we skip Elite Four. We're just talking to Oak right now, and then we get access to Mount Silver.
He's no.
Oh, man.
I really hope he has a Lugia that still has high jump kick.
I'm going to play it really safe real quick. We're going to go to Celadon and check the TMs there.
Yeah, it's not a bad call. You have time right now. Like, even if I got the proof instantly, it would take me at least 10 minutes to beat the game.
Right. Fell on this floor. TMs. Oh, that doesn't do good. Oh, there's a fire punch.
Okay.
I want revives and full restores at this.
About to go to the mansion, which is where I'm going to get the last of my checks. In Simulated Twilight Town, I'm going to find out whether this was a complete waste of time or if there's something here.
I am going to teach Fire Punch over Fire Blast, even though it's weaker, mainly because we're going to be boosting the +6 anyway. So if it lives, then I deserve to die. But also because I don't want to miss, because I didn't buy X accuracies. I could have literally right there and then, as I said that sentence, but I'm committed to this now.
How did that happen? Let me get this chest, please. There we go. Okay, report 12, Agrabah is 4. So there's still 2 more things in Agrabah. I got an air combo boost. That's nice, but not that big a deal. 2 checks here. I got another report. Tells me 100 Acre Wood has 2 things, which I already know because I completely cleared 100 Acre Wood. Oh boy, this is a rough seed right now.
See, Porygon 2 is bulky. I just need to hope that I don't run into a really strong stab or that I don't run into a strong fighting move. Fighting move would really hurt.
For everybody wondering why Rox is jumping like this, I explained it earlier, but the normally you can't use any movement abilities in this world because Roxas can't learn them. Like you wouldn't learn them at this point in the game. But I still have Quick Run. And so the game still lets you Quick Run, but it doesn't have an animation for it. So that's why it looks like that.
All right, we're saving in front of red. I still don't have a Pokedex. I just realized. I bet you the Pokedex is locked behind freaking Elm. All right, he leads a Steelix. All right, first and foremost, I'm gonna guard spec.
Taking no chances here. I'm checking this last thing.
Oh God. Oh God. Everything's horrible. He has a fighting move.
Yes. Yes.
No, stop,
good.
stop. It hurts. Why would you do that?
You know how you could solve
That's
that?
rude.
Just go fight the Elite Four. Get some experience, you know?
Oh, no, it's fine. I have X defense. Oh, that doesn't mean anything when he also has a special move. You're a jerk.
Okay, so I'm now between Agrabah and Hollow Bastion. I think I'm gonna do Hollow Bastion.
It hurts.
There's also still more worlds where things could be as well, but yeah, this is what I'm gonna commit to for now.
Okay, so now all of a sudden it's just like the original red fight in speedruns. He's only spamming charm.
No.
3. As soon as I get the +6 special, we're just going for... Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to heal first. 5. Because if I run into Mach Punch and get hurt and be sad. Oh, all right. Oh. Hyper potion. Why is he charming so much? Your AI never makes sense. Okay, we're fully set up. Now we just hope. Electabuzz has given us problems all game. It lived. It had cross chop. Thank God I had X defense and he didn't crit. Otherwise, he'd be super dead.
I need you to be super dead.
Well, if he crit me, I would have been super dead.
Yeah, well, I need that to happen.
Well, listen.
So what the heck?
I don't know what to tell you. Okay, he has 2 Pokemon left. I can't believe this Porygon is about to go to distance.
Oh, I didn't switch my Keyblade back. Oh, I totally forgot. So I thought I had once more there, but I didn't.
Red has 1 more Pokemon.
No, Keys, why?
And it's a Feraligatr.
Why?
Does it die to Spark? It does. Okay. Hey, Red down. All right.
No.
Time is in like the few seconds here.
Oh, no. So one thing we could do if we wanted.
Time.
GG.
GG.
One thing we could do if we wanted is I could just look up where the last proof is, get it, and beat the game, just so people like get a little bit of a satisfying thing. I don't know. I'll leave that. Whether you think that's something we should do or not.
I think so, but I wanna tell you how bad this Porygon actually was.
Yeah.
So one of the features of this mod, it's called Crystal Speed Choice. One of the features is once you get to the end, you see like your player stats and whatnot, how many times you bonked, how many times you healed, how much money you spent. You can also see the DVs of your Pokemon. If you don't know what a DV is, it's a determinant value. It's a number between 0 and 15. The higher the number, the better the stat grows. So my Porygon, on a scale of 0 to 15, had 8 HP, 3 attack, which, whatever, we didn't use attack, 14 defense, so it was a bulky boy, 0 speed, which it's already slow, so why would you do that to me? And then 6 special, so it was not a good Porygon. Meanwhile, the Tauros that I got from Bill had 15 attack. That's upsetting.
Ooh, that was close. Okay, we're just gonna thunder him. Okay. So I'll look up where the last proof was. We'll find out quickly whether it was gonna be another 45 minutes or like another few minutes. So let's see. So for me, I think I was missing the proof of non-existence. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna show you all.
Uh-oh.
This is okay. I made the right move earlier. But this would have taken a long time for me to do. Because I would have absolutely waited until I got a hint about this. So you'll all see. Take your guesses now in chat where you think this last proof is before I get there.
The Hollow Bastion thing that you weren't gonna ever do.
Good guess. Almost as bad, but no. All right,
Yeah.
so let's see.
I have your feed up now, so I'm eager to see how.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I'm sure.
I think what I want here is air combo boost, and I'm just gonna put this on. But I'm also, let's see. We're just gonna go ahead and yeah, we need that. We need 2 negative combos real quick because we're going back to Simulated Twilight Town.
Oh.
Because it's on Data Roxas. Wait. Yeah. That's where it is. Yeah, here. Wait, is this not where it is? I don't remember where this is. I think it's in the White Room. Okay. Yeah. So they're data fights, and I turned them on to try to make things even out, and I guess it worked-ish, in way not in my favor. Okay, good job, me.
Good job, you.
So, yeah. Oh, actually, hold on. I can give you like I can give you a good feed here too, Keys.
Oh yeah, I can watch.
There we go.
There we go. Hooray.
Okay. So, Data Roxas. Take a look at how many health bars are in the top right. It's a lot of them, right? Oh, I didn't take high jump off. Oh, or that. Okay, hold on. Let's just die real quick. I need to die. So thankfully, for the purposes of like this, where I had to like look it up, where I looked it up to see, hey, where is this last proof? It's actually a very easy one for us to get to, so that's nice. But yeah, this is a level 99 super boss. This is basically like if Red wasn't a pushover, you nerd.
Hey, Steelix had rolling kick, and then once I boosted my defense enough, it gave up on it, and then used charm when I didn't have physical attacks, and then the Electabuzz had a chance to crit me. That was it. From there, it was easy. It even used cross chop. It's a high crit rate. I got lucky. I'll admit I got lucky. That Porygon didn't deserve to win. It was level 54.
But yeah, so this is what I'm going to do until that health bar is gone. So I made sure I put on the air combo boost Keyblade because my stats are 100% getting scaled to the bare minimum that the game would like let me do in terms of damage in this fight. And so the ability of air combo boost is actually way more important than any of the stats the Keyblade gives me because it makes my finishers do more. And then I actually had a second air combo boost because I'd gotten one as an ability in Simulated Twilight Town. So now my finishers, like if you remember when I was doing Psyx earlier via the same method, I'm actually doing more damage with my finishers now, even though this is a higher level boss. But I need to keep like spinning the camera like this and making sure I don't ever whiff. If I ever mess up and let him get out of this, I'm probably dead. Okay. Not every boss is susceptible to this, but there are several that are. And thankfully, Rox is one of them, because otherwise what I would do to beat him is the same cheese you saw me do in the story Roxas fight, but instead of taking 2 minutes, it would have taken 5 minutes. This is much faster than that. Oh, I thought that was going to kill him. All right. Whew.
Well done.
So the first time I actually had all of the abilities the way I was supposed to have them. Yep, there's our proof. I would not have found that until I got whatever report tells me that there was one more thing there. So now I'm going to put my abilities back because I'm going to go to the end of the game. I can put dodge roll on too. I need to take these negative combos off. Sure, I don't need experience boost. And I'm going to switch this to our once more Keyblade, which also gets me to just the like bare minimum strength of not being scaled. My magic is still going to be scaled, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And then I am going to give myself the elixir and mega elixirs. And I'm going to give Riku all of my remaining ethers, turn him into a bit of a like MP healing bot.
You took them away only to give them back, you monster.
I think when I took them away from him, I don't think I had gotten a money pouch yet. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. Maybe I did. I don't know. Apparently, there's a little nook over there, which I only learned about on Monday. So now, unlike Pokemon, where there's one fight you need to go through, because you didn't have to do the Elite Four, I got to go through a few. But with a super fast glide, I can actually bypass a lot of these buildings, save some time. And most of these are not going to be too bad. This one, I'm basically just going to spam Magnera, or well, timed out Magneras, and just really hope that Riku keeps giving me MP. Okay. All right. So I need to drop
I love
each
how
of these.
Riku bumped into you and just launched into the air randomly.
Yeah, so they're all just getting grabbed by this magnet and then falling towards the engine. Right. I'm so sad. If you needed Elite Four, well, it still wouldn't matter because I would not have gone and done Data Rocks until like for a while. But
I got to skip Misty, Nugget Bridge, and Elite Four.
Yeah.
That's huge. Like 15 minutes I got to skip at least, maybe 20.
so I actually have higher strength, which is weird. I don't often have higher strength for these. So I'm gonna summon Stitch mostly just to keep me safe. I still also want him to refill my MP a lot. That sucks. That's the one move he won't keep me safe from. And I was trying to hit that enemy before that happened, but oh well.
You know, another thing to take note about with this race is completely ignoring the fact that we did 2 different games, so it was already going to be really interesting to begin with. This kind of just shows how most games that have randomizers, you never know who's actually going to win. It could go one way really well for someone at the beginning, and then completely turn tables and go really well for the other person. We both had really solid starts. Like our first few checks were really good. Then I definitely slowed down a lot, and you were making some pretty decent progress. And then when you needed your last thing, that's when all of my stuff started to line up.
Yeah.
And it all came down to that's just how Randomizer goes sometimes. It's still a really fun thing to do. If you at home want to try out randomizers, whether it's the first time that you want to do a speed run or whether it just sounds like a fun thing to do because you've worn yourself out of the vanilla game and you want to try something new with a game that you love, there's a lot of Discords that are available for specific games with randomizer stuff available. So just be sure to go to somewhere like SRC, speedrun.com, and join the community, ask from there. I know Kingdom Hearts has its own Discord for randomizer. Pokemon has its own Discord for like randomizer bingos, key item randomizers, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and for the most part, you can just Google like such and such randomizer. Like Pokemon randomizer should probably get you to the Universal Pokemon randomizer and get you started. Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer should get you there too. I keep dying here because we are still very weak. I'm only level 27, and normally when people beat the game, it's like levels 50 plus, like probably more like 60. So I'm going to die there because I accidentally buffered an attack. But most importantly, I don't have an ability called Second Chance that you would normally have, which would protect me from getting one shot. So if any of these were combo attacks that were taking just a little bit longer to kill me, then like they would take 2 hits instead of 1, then I'd actually be not dying. I'd be protected. But because they're actually like one-shotting me, I am not getting protected by my once more ability. If I die again, oh, Stitch, please. If I die again, I'll probably summon Peter Pan instead, but I also really want Stitch to refill my MP. I've died a couple times from him not doing that. Oh, okay, that one's all on me. I did not pay attention to the text that those were coming soon. All right, so I'll just use Peter Pan, and that should make it a lot better. Yeah, I'm doing this at very low level right now, compared to like what you're supposed to be. So this is why I summoned Peter Pan. He can actually save you from death once.
He looks so happy in his portrait.
Where's the? Oh, there you are. It's like, where's the last one? Okay. I did it again. I forgot to reflect. Ooh, when you haven't played the game in a month, make some silly mistakes. But honestly, the run was fairly clean up to this point. Most of my deaths were just like things where I knew I had a good chance of dying, but I went for something anyways. So not that big a deal that I'm getting a few deaths now. I'm just going to use this to keep myself safe. I'm going to toss an elixir for myself. Wait, hello? Elixir? This should eliminate the rest of the enemies. Oh, no, it might not kill him. Thing spawned in behind me. It's actually
all right. Well,
the first time I've had.
While that's happening, I might as well get a few announcements out of the way. So just friendly reminder to everyone, if you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate it, but you should also consider watching us live whenever we are on live. You can go to twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick. Our show, The First Step, is on every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, and there's a slew of other awesome hotfix shows. You can find out information on those at gamesdonquick.com/hotfix. Speaking of YouTube, folks that are in chat right now, if you missed any of SGDQ 2021 online and you want to check out the VODs, they're all up. youtube.com/gamesdonquick. There are a ton of awesome runs. I personally liked the Black-White race. I loved Ghost Runner. Halo 2 was good. The My exhibition was really good. Those are some of my personal favorites. If you missed those, check them out. They're worth a watch. And there's a ton of other really good runs too that I missed that I'm going to check out once I get some free time. And while we're talking about SGDQ, don't forget, for the month of July, GDQ's donating their portion of Twitch subscribers and bit revenue, minus taxes, to Doctors Without Borders. So we're really close to 3 million. We could possibly hit 3 million if we get enough subs and cheers in chat. And for the subs, that does include gifted subs as well, Prime Gaming subs, regular subs, and with bits, just any amount of bits in general. Don't forget, too, speaking of online events, we have Flame Fatales from August 15th to the 21st, and the games list just came out recently. You can check out that list and also sign up for volunteering at gamesdonquick.com/framefatales. Get all that info there. And then don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have 2 awesome hotfix shows. We're going to have Game Masters, which features people who are good at their games. So, you know, the complete opposite spectrum of us. And then Challenger Approaching, which is a bunch of challenge runs. We're going to have Metroid Fusion Randomizer for Game Masters. And we're going to have Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for Challenger Approaching. And I think I speak for myself and Hobbs when I say thank you all so much for continuing to tune in to The First Step. We're actually getting kind of close to 100 episodes, which I never imagined we were going to make it this far. We're currently on episode 80. We're really, really close, and we're working on a special surprise for episode 100. We're still in the planning phase, but we're getting really close. It should be around December that we hit 100 episodes, and that's made possible because of all of you at home who continue to watch us and support us. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. It's really awesome. Hobbs came up with this idea and approached me a couple of years ago, and not from a lack of faith of the both of us, but I thought maybe we'd get burnt out or maybe we wouldn't be able to keep up the progress, but I'm having just as much fun as I've had since day one. Hobbs, I hope you have too, and it's definitely been a blast so far. Yeah, I love doing the show. It's great. Okay, I got through the one fight. Thank you. I think really I just needed to focus and take it a little bit slower too, because it's just been a little bit since I've done a rando. And then we got through the next one. So now we get the same fight again. That was funny. Now we get...
So now we get a different version of the same fight. There's normally also a fight where like the Xemnas turns into a dragon. And that part's removed from the rando. Okay. In this one, it's multiple phases, so I basically just have to let him hit me back after like hitting his HP gates. After each of these building RCs, I'm actually doing this quick little aerial dodge into glide. And the reason for that is that normally Xemnas wants to use a bunch of these like little snowflake lasers. But if you do that, he doesn't do it. I think he might use his, yeah. Cool. Figured he was going to use that, so I didn't want to risk being caught in the middle of a combo.
I'd love if someone in chat could clip the so now we didn't die.
So now we're going to wham. Okay. And then right after this is the final boss, so. Oh, it's a bummer I don't have magic lock on. I could have done the cool magic lock on strats. No! He was in the middle of swinging it when I was landing. I couldn't see him.
That's not fair.
That was very unfair. I could not see him doing that move. Bummer. Because otherwise I would have been able to avoid that very easily.
Oh, don't forget too, folks, while we're still on the topic of this show and the first step, if you ever want to see us do our practice, granted this was a different episode today, but if you ever want to see us practice the game before the episode, be sure to follow our Twitch channels. You can follow Hobbs at twitch.tv/JHobz296. You can follow myself at twitch.tv/Keizaron. We usually try to play the game for around an 8-hour time limit before we try to race it in a semi-improv manner. Just a different story today, because sometimes video games don't cooperate with streams or computers.
That was close. I almost timed that wrong. That's fine. Okay. So this time I'll just drop a little short instead of going directly on top of him. I also got really unlucky with these buildings, so I have to drop back down below them, and I'm really hoping I don't die for it. Okay.
Our buildings RNG.
Okay, so we'll just drop like really early, way too early. There we go.
And he wasn't rude this time.
I was too close. Okay. Fine. All right. Now I'm going to take an intentional death, and I swear it's intentional. Because I tried to throw an ether there, but I got interrupted, so it didn't actually land. So I have no MP right now. But if I die once, which will happen very quickly because I'll die in one hit, then it will then I'll get all my MP back. So slap and I'm dead.
You know what Xemnas' outfit reminds me of?
What?
Have you ever seen the Hershey's Kisses that are like cookies and cream flavor? That's what,
I don't know that I have.
That's what that reminds me of. Someone in chat has to know. Come on, can't be the only one.
So I'm doing a bunch of reflex in between everything there because it does like a ton of damage to him.
I love watching this final fight in randos. It's always a blast.
I need to use Mega Elixir here. Okay. Forgot to reflect in time there. I was trying to guard, but I don't have guard. That's the other thing, is I don't have, things like guard, folks, that you would normally use. Okay, I should be... Please switch targets. Okay, I should be able to skip the dome here, so get ready, Richard. And time. Whew. Okay, at least I ended with a dome skip. That's good.
The way that Xemnas was moving at the end.
Yeah. So, yeah, normally you have to go through this big laser dome animation and stuff, but Rando actually made it so that you can skip that. And it saves you like a minute and a half when you do it. And there's really like precise ways of trying to make it happen. So I am glad that I finished off with that. And I'm glad that like, at least at least it was this kind of scene where there's no way I was going to beat you knowing that it was on Data Roxas. Like that would not have happened unless I got like a really early hint, you know, telling me about that. And then I would have been like, oh, why not? I'll double negative combo him. But it was not
a
like
really solid final fight, though.
Yeah.
Way more entertaining than mine.
Yeah. He actually tried to, you know, attack me instead of just using charm over and over again.
Yeah.
You've been hanging out in darkness.
Oh boy. All right. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, we do this every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern with tons of different games. We're usually games that we've never played before until like the week of. And it's all about trying to get more people into speedrunning. So if you've ever thought about speedrunning, if you've been a long-time lurker or whatever, but you've never tried it yourself because you thought it was too hard, hey, try tuning in, and maybe we'll pick a game one week that you're really interested in, and you could race alongside us in the chat, because we do get people who do that sometimes, and it's a lot of fun whenever it happens. With that, please enjoy Game Masters and Challenger approaching tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, and we will see you all next week.
Before we go, we forgot one important thing. What we're playing next week,
I totally
of course,
forgot.
Silly. Oh man.
Yeah, so
you were so relieved to beat the game that you forgot one key thing. So we like to do this all the time because we like to dangle the carrot in front of all of you until the episode's done. But if you want to know what we're going to be doing next week it's also going to be a little bit of a different episode. Yeah. It's not going to be like this where we're playing a game or a category that we're a lot more familiar with. We're still going to know jack diddly about what's going to happen, but it's going to be the traditional play it a little bit, play it for 8 hours before the show, and then try to compete with each other. But it's not going to be a traditional race. If you notice, there are showcases and like, especially with like Bishi Bashi, there's kind of like a high score thing going on with that run at SGDQ. And we're going to do something kind of similar. We're going to be playing the adult version of Legends of the Hidden Temple. It's called Phantom Abyss. And we're going to make a relic score challenge and see in X amount of time who can get the most amount of relics.
We think.
And it's going to be...
Once we actually play it, we'll see if we change our minds on what it's going to be.
Yeah, we'll see. But that is the plan right now. And as you might know with this show in particular, plans can change. So if you're ever wondering if we're actually going to stick with something, you can always bug us on our channels, or you can always follow the Games Done Quick Twitter, which is twitter.com/GamesDoneQuick for more information on everything. But thanks for tuning in, everyone. And do you have anything else to say, Hobbs?
No, we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
That's what I mean.
See you next week, folks.